I have to be like really careful because I have my 2.0 stuff already set up for whenever I plan to do that, and I need to make sure I don't accidentally swap to the wrong scene. This should be right. Oh, now it's so quiet. Okay. Hello! Hello! Good morning! Happy Thursday! Okay, I'll make sure that nothing bad will be revealed, okay? Should be good, that should. Hello, Far! Good morning! Happy not Friday, it's, oh my gosh, it's Thursday. I messed up. I was about to mess up the first time by calling it Tuesday again, but it's really not. It's not Tuesday yet. OMG, hi! Thank you for the Biddy Seraphim! Thank you! Good morning! Ahoy, everybody! I have been gone for like 2 weeks, I think. I was completely offline, like, during my vacation to offkai. I was in California. I should have reached out to more people that lived in LA because I found out after my trip that I have a couple of friends that live there and I should have met up with them. But unfortunately, I didn't think about it until way later and I was already back home. Oh, sorry, I just burped. It was hello, Dewey! Hello, it was so nice to meet you! I had so much fun. I was so excited. Okay, I went to offkai last year, but this is the first year where I actually like reached out to people that I knew and was like, hey, I'm going this year. Please hang out with me. So it was really nice meeting you and your community. I went to your meet and greet and I was like, oh, so many cool people, and I still have my Pokemon cards that were painted from Saturday. So I need to frame those into my photo book whenever I get the chance to finish unpacking. Am I 4'0"? I really should have a burp command just because of how often I burp on stream. Am I 4'0" IRL? Oh. I have been told that I am actually a lot shorter than people were expecting when they met me. I wasn't lying about needing to look down just a little bit, Okay, let me get my hellos all sorted out, and then I'll talk about my vacation and my flight while I was over in California. The burp is not audible. I do that on purpose because I think my burps are really ugly, and I don't want you guys to hear that in full volume. I feel like I'm doing you guys a favor. You are so cute, Dewey! Oh my goodness! I really want to go to another trip. Like, I'm already on my my con high. Like, I'm already thinking about going to one this weekend because I found out that a pretty big one's happening in my area. So I was like, oh, what if I go again? What if I do another convention like 2 days later? I wish I could see Ponytail. Oh wait. Oh. Are my hairstyles working today? Let me test it out for you before you waste it. Okay, so it doesn't. Don't waste your points. I really did try to connect them. Does this one work though? This one works, but I don't know why my hair redeem isn't working on my model right now. Don't push myself. I know, like, I feel like if I go on another convention so soon, I'll be like really tired out. Plus, I don't have my cosplays ready because I need to get them cleaned up before I can wear them again. So I would probably just be going as like a normal citizen and not as TYU'NA, just like as me. I landed back Monday night. It was like 10-11 p.m. or something, maybe closer to midnight. I really don't remember. So I just like passed out as soon as I got to my apartment. I did not wake up until like 13 hours later, and I spent my entire Tuesday just like being really lazy. I have not traveled in such a long time, and my flight was actually a really big hassle. I had to get it rescheduled a couple times actually because there were a lot of delays. And if I didn't make it or if I kept to my original plan, I would have missed my layover flight back home. So I was like, let me just sort this out. I had to reschedule it like so many times. You've never flown before, which is so shocking to me. Wait, I'm so sorry. I need to say hellos because I always forget to do that. And I will say hello on my YouTube side as well. I don't get notifications there, but good morning, Raccoon. Hello. Good morning. Happy Thursday. I know you just stopped by, so you get the first hello of the day. Good morning, Toonie. Hello. Wait, that's not a hello. That's a bald. Hello, Izu. Good morning, happy Thursday. I hope everyone's having a good week so far. Hello, Far. Good morning, grasses. Oh, there you are. There you are. Good morning, Juicebox. Hi, Erwi. And then, hello, Levensky. Thank you for stopping by and spending some of your Thursday with me. I hope everyone's having a good week so far. Wait, that's not it. I need to find a way to sort my hello redeem so it puts it in a different category than my hair toggles and stuff. But I don't know Twitch well enough to actually do that. And then I never changed out my YouTube chat log. If any of my YouTube Remies send a message, can you guys see it on stream, or is it just me who can't read where these messages they're going? Okay, let me see if I can fix. I swear I know what I'm doing. Okay, I'm not. It's only been a week and I'm already kind of inefficient with it, but that's okay. If I do this, will I be able to see it? Okay. The messages basically disappear beneath the Twitch messages. Okay, I see your messages on my stream, which means that they are showing up. But I will admit that Twitch does move a little bit faster, so I see more purple than I see red. But good morning, Kronos! Hello, and then hello, Guran. I hope everyone's having a good Thursday so far. Okay, that should be everyone that stopped by. If I missed you, I'm sorry. Please say hello to me one more time, and I'll catch your name. I only redeemed it to see if the redeems were working. I wouldn't normally. Yeah, I was like, that's not a very usual grasses redeem. So when I saw your name attached to it, I was like, I assumed it was a hello. Did the bald work? It doesn't. I don't know why, because I did reconnect my streamer bot API to VTube Studio, but it looks like it only worked up until I restarted my computer. Oh, I did have a fresh install of Windows 11, and I'm going to blame every problem ever moving forward onto the fact that Windows 11 sucks balls, but I'm too scared to learn Linux because it's very intimidating. Hello, Squisho! Good morning! Good idea. I hate Windows 11. Although I did hear that they secretly kept the support on for Windows 10 without telling anybody because Windows wanted everyone to upgrade to Windows 11. Is that a lie? Potentially. Am I gonna believe it? Hell yeah, potentially. And then, good morning, Savior! Happy Thursday! Happy Thursday! I should have talked. Oh my gosh. I actually kept a little diary on my phone the whole time to be like, okay, this is what happened to me during my trip to California. But then my phone is dead. So I can't take it out just to read my notes. And two, all of the pictures that we took this weekend were taken on my friend's phone. So I don't actually have a copy of them until he sends them over. And even if I did have the pictures, I am really worried about accidentally doxing someone. So if I do share any photos about my trip, like anything I talk about, you will be seeing them on the Discord and not on stream because I can manage it and censor it a little bit easier there instead of doing it on stream and then accidentally needing to nuke everything. So TYU'NA, that seems familiar. That seems to forget who it. Who's Nura? Who is this random person that showed up on my stream today and said hello 6 times before? It's not really even a secret. It's called the Extended Security Updates for Consumer Editions. It's only until October this year. For Enterprise, it's the same month in October 2028. I wish that there was a way for me to never rely on live services ever again. Is that too much to ask for? If my Windows 7 was working perfectly fine back in 2008, then I feel like I should be allowed to keep using my Windows 7 software, OS, whatever it's called. Because I actually like the aesthetic of Windows 7. I was on the Windows 8 hate camp or whatever, hate train, until Windows 10. I think people actually, okay, maybe a hot take. People okay, wait, how do I say this? Not fantasize, but people are very nostalgic for Windows 10 because the next upgrade is, a little bit janky compared to Windows 10. I think aesthetically they're very similar. There's not much of an upgrade or a downgrade in that aspect. Windows 11 is a little more annoying. There's less customizability, but Windows 10 was not that great. Like Windows 10 is better, but it's not as good as Windows 7, and I feel like everything ever should just roll back to that version of Windows. That might be my nostalgia speaking, because I feel like Windows 8 onwards just kind of ruined the OS for me. I had a phone, okay, with Windows 8. I had a phone and a tablet running on Windows 8. I really liked it for mobile devices because I liked having the big giant squares up in your face. I never had a Windows 8 on PC because I never needed it. And I feel like I just kept Windows 7 for as long as I could, and I immediately went from Windows 7 PC to Windows 10. So I don't know what that's like, but on mobile, Windows 8 wasn't that bad. Unfortunately, in a shed in the woods these days, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. I'm too dependent on the internet and living with other people to be off the grid. I'm also just like kind of stupid, and I feel like oh gosh, if I ever open an app and it tells me you are on OBS version 30.0.1 and you need to upgrade your settings to OBS 33.4, I skip it. Remind me later. Skip this version. I'm not installing your update. I don't care. I found out the other day that my Reaper install is like 12 generations behind, and I'm not upgrading it. My Reapers works perfectly fine. This is the first time I heard of Windows 8 existing. It went from Windows 7 to 8 to 10. I don't know why they skipped 9. Maybe they had something in the works and then they decided it was like pretty dog. And they just copied Windows 7 and then worked from there. But I don't actually know why we skipped 9. I feel like there's a point on tech history or whatever with Apple devices skipping. Let's see, iPhone 8 to iPhone X. I don't think we had an iPhone 9. And then Samsung at some point just started naming their phones after years instead of like Galaxy 8, Galaxy S9, Galaxy S13. Now it's like the Galaxy 2026. You're right, Kronos. I'm sorry. I was like, no, I'm going to be talking about offkai in California, okay? And then I got off on a tangent. I'm sorry. It's always the same thing. Once the Windows comes out, people will be, wow, I miss Windows 11. Because Windows doesn't know when to stop. Windows just needs to keep Windows 7 running and then keep me happy, okay? If we just go back, if we all just go back to 2016 when times were just a little bit better. I am a hater. I am a hater of new technology. I'm at the meeting for next consonant audio. Enjoy, Gaitek. I know you can't hear me, but please tell him I said hello and I miss you. I hope you have a good time at your meeting. The reason I skipped 9 was due to programs misdirecting it for the similarly named older versions of Windows. Oh, you're smart. That's actually, maybe that's why they're changing them all to years now, and it's not even like 20, or it's not even Windows 26. It would just be called Windows 2026. Is that why iOS is also changed from iOS 18 straight to iOS 2026? Every time I reopen my iPad, it's telling me to upgrade my iOS settings. I'm on iOS 16. I am not gonna upgrade unless I'm like forced to because my Procreate app stops working. I am sorry. I am going to hold on to my old tech as long as possible. But consumers being happy means less money, and that's bad for business. Yeah, why build for longevity when you could just build stuff that breaks every 3 months, and then you can build a really loyal group of people who are like, yes, I am not paranoid at all, and I love buying new phones every 2 years. I miss 98. I like the aesthetic of 98. I think XP was my first Windows OS that I played with on my personal computer. Personal being like a family computer. Oh, I am already off topic. Okay, give me like 2 more minutes to ramble about how much computers suck, and then I'll start talking about offkai in California. My first was Windows 98. I started internet usage much later in life, so I don't have the head start. I know some people were like, I was on that computer when I turned 7 years old. No, I didn't have my own laptop until I was like 14 or 15, and then I didn't have access to my family computer without parental permissions until I was like 13. So I was raised properly. I didn't really grow up on the internet, so my Windows was much older. I'm sure that my parents had access to something much sooner before then, but I didn't get to play with that too much. Good morning, Jack! Good morning! My family laptop took like 15 minutes to start up. Honestly a mood. I also take 15 minutes to start up. Maybe I'm a laptop. Maybe that's why I'm so... Maybe that's why I'm so slow. Okay. Now, I did write a little bit about what I wanted to talk about so that I don't miss too much of it. So if you see me looking down, that's why I'm looking down at my iPad. It is not the diary that I was writing on while I was out during my trip, so I might miss some details. But I at least want to hit the big heavy topics. Where is my notes? Should I take out Microsoft Paint again so you guys can see my mind palace and see how I jump between topics? Maybe this will all make a lot more sense to you guys. Let me zoom out a little bit so you guys just don't see my face the whole time. Don't get distracted. That's a good point. I should add that to all of my notes moving forward. Where are you? Whatever. Here it is. Whoa, that is... okay. Here it is. Mind palace, so I need to steal your heart. It's already stolen! Can I have a billion heart pieces actually so I can start giving them all away? I'm sorry, Gambit! The ball doesn't work! The redeems aren't working on Twitch side. I don't know why, because I reconnected my API for my streamer bot, but it's still not connecting to VTube Studio. She's gonna mention the mature section. The J18 Yabai market! I went both days, and unfortunately, I didn't get to go to the artist alley until Sunday, and by then a lot of the artists have already either packed up their stuff, or not packed up, or sold out on stuff that I really wanted. So I didn't really get to spend too much money or time really at the artist alley. I think my focus for offkai this year was meeting people and hanging out with friends that I don't get to see very often. Hello, antivirus. Good morning. Happy Thursday. Sounds like someone should keep the track of... Should I have a shot collar? And then you guys beep it every time I change topics. I should write a giant thing on the screen. Today we are talking about offkai. If I bring up literally anything else unrelated to my trip this last week, I don't know, zap away. It was your birthday? Wait. No way. Are you lying to me right now? I'm gonna add that as a note because it... Wait. Happy birthday. What's today's date? July 30th. Antivirus. BJ. Okay. I'm remembering. Some weeks ago. No, it was on the 18th. I'm so sorry. Happy belated birthday! Happy belated! I'm sorry I missed it. I hope you had a good time. And if you did anything to celebrate, let me have some cake today to celebrate a week late, but I will. I'll eat something for you. You'd die if we beat it every time you go off topic. I actually heard that shot collars aren't great for human wear. I joke about it a little bit, but it's actually we were talking about offkai. I was in California last week. I flew out on Tuesday. Oh my gosh. Okay, so here's my first inkling that it was gonna be a rough time at the airport. So these are fake times. These are all fake times because I don't want one of you freaky smart Remy's out there being like, well, she landed in San Jose at 12 p.m. So if she had a 7-hour flight from the East Coast and she lives in this area, blah blah, so assume that all times given to you are at least somewhat fraudulent. So if you're like, oh, she said 2 p.m. last time, but she said 3 p.m. this time, I'm lying to you, okay? I'm going to admit right now I'm lying to you about this. and I just don't want you guys to track me because I feel like you guys are smart enough to do that. I don't know how, but you guys would do it. Oh yeah, true. I will pin that redeems aren't working today too. Redeems don't work. Sorry. Manually unpin. There we go. We all know you live in the Pacific Ocean. I do live in the Pacific Ocean. Which one? All of them. Each one. You should always be scared every time you walk by it, like a body of water. You'll see a giant red fish in your area. You can chalk it up to you forgetting the lines. The times. That's true too. So do we care enough or weird enough to do so? Probably not. You'd be surprised. You'd actually be really surprised at what some people are capable of doing. I shared like a timestamp. This was a friend who needed the information to track where I am, so he did it on purpose. Because he was picking me up from the airport, but he was like, "Oh, you flew in from this area to this area, and you have a layover, or you have a layover. You have a 15-minute delay that's being broadcasted to you." And I was like, you got the news about the delay before I did. How are you finding this out for me? Raiders, hello, Atlas, welcome to the stream. Hello, my name is TYU'NA. I'm a demon shark VTuber, and today we are talking about my trip to offkai. I flew in on Tuesday, and I had a layover. So I am very paranoid about missing flights because I think that it's a waste of money, and I don't want to waste anyone's time. So when a flight for me is scheduled at like 10 a.m., I will be there around 7 to 7:30 because I don't want to miss, I don't want to miss out on checking in my bags and going through TSA and then rushing the line, you know? Hello. I hope your stream went well. I don't have a shout out on right now because I don't have stream elements and I always forget to add it. Atlas ink spell? That's a real, oh. Wait, the channel you are shouting out does not exist. You are right here. Twitch? Atlas ink spell? Okay. Ahoy, Omni! Welcome! Happy Thursday! Is that more scary or more surprising? Wait, forgetting? Or that's why I live in the desert, even tuna couldn't get me here. I would find a way. The ocean is scary anyway. I'd probably spend more time on the sand than I do swimming around. I hope your stream went well. I think if you have to raid and run, I completely understand. Thank you for bringing your friends over today. If you haven't eaten yet, eat some good food, or if you're about to rest, have a good nap, sleep well. Thalassophobia, very intense thalassophobia. I can't play Minecraft because it's a little bit too scary for me. And when I do play Minecraft, it's gonna be before the 1.20 or 23, one of those two, the giant cave upgrade. Because it's too scary. So and then if you add shaders to Minecraft, the water becomes really deep and really detailed. So I just don't. I just avoid the ocean at all times. Somehow I am not surprised. Ocean is really scary. You know how large that thing is? It's like at least 3 rooms. That Street Sharks cartoon. It's also really deep. I don't like it when I can't see the bottom of the ocean. But then again, I wouldn't want the ocean to be clear because what if I saw every fish and every shark ever? And, oh, that's too scary. I don't want it. The thing for me is breaking the surface tension of the water. I can stand in water fine. I can do pools and stuff, but if I have to put my head under and then I see things under the ocean and then too much. We are not getting a Subnautica stream. I was watching Roru do Subnautica because I think she had it as part of her subathon goals. I couldn't. I'm sorry. I can't even hear it. Whenever a game changes the audio, adds a little bubbly water filter to it to make it feel like you're underground. No. Because then I can't even close my eyes and look away. It's still there. Good morning, Nevros. Good morning. Happy Thursday. I keep saying Friday. Good morning, Tyler. I hope you're having a good week so far. Okay. I'm getting off topic again. I'm so sorry. Offkai only. Questions about offkai only. Unless I get distracted one more time. I think it's only happened like twice so far, which is pretty good achievement if I'd say so. It's Friday in my heart. It's Friday everywhere. I feel like if you celebrate Friday a day early, you are a good person and deserve every Friday ever. You have altocellulophobia, fear of high ceilings. Oh, that's interesting. I don't think I've ever seen that before. I was thinking of doing a stream next week where I actually rank all of your fears based on how well I could, like, I don't know, beat it up or something. As someone who is new to the VTuber community, what is offkai? Oh, thank you for asking. I'm glad you asked. So offkai is a VTuber-centric convention that was held in San Jose. I think the last 5 years were on offkai Gen 5. It wasn't always in San Jose's big convention. I think the first 3 years were much smaller. offkai Gen 4 was when I first heard about it, back in 2025. It was also in June. But it felt bigger. Like at the time, Gen 4 felt like a bigger convention compared to this year. I'll talk about it a little bit more when I get to like the actual convention details and what I ended up doing for it. But just a short like TLDR. Last year we had HoloLive, we had Phase Connect, we had a lot of big corpo. I don't know if they were sponsors or just guests, but big corpo visitors, and like in the official sense. I don't know if any of them happened to go as like incognito fans or something, but this year there were a lot more indies, which I really liked seeing, but because that scale wasn't there, it felt less important, you know? Like, is that a weird way to phrase that? A lot of corporations crashed and burned this past year, to be frank. Yeah, that's true too. I think the shoujo had... Was VShoujo a thing back in offkai? Yes, because Matara was a guest as well, and I think she was representing VShoujo at the time. I want to say Iron Mouse had a panel this year. I don't know if she had one last year. 5-year-old to have its own convention seems kind of newish. I'd expected these VTuber-centric conventions. So VTubing itself is not that old either. I think 2020 was the big boom for Western VTubers because COVID, and I think HoloLive released their first gen, the Myth Gen, around the same time, 2020 or 2021. So HoloLive itself is not, HoloLive, VTubing as a hobby on the West global side is very new. So it having a convention at that time, 2021, feels very impressive. I don't think it was very big though. It was not as popular until last year. Time for the pizza! I had the best pizza in my entire life in California. I don't know if you guys know what Mountain Mike's is, Mike's Mountain, but that pizza is so good. And it's a chain restaurant. Like, you can have that anytime you want in California and not have to drive all the way to San Jose. Like, holy smokes, let me have some of that. We have Pizza Hut mid. I'm sorry if these are your favorite pizza places and I'm like insulting them, but like, I don't know, something about the way they made that pizza last weekend was like chef's kiss. I don't know, they probably put like, I don't know, I'm not gonna accuse them of drugs in their pizza, but it was so yummy. Man, I freaking love pizza. It also could just be that in my specific area, the pizza here sucks, and it's like really, like, you get thin crust, you get like the really flaky types of cheese, and then the pepperoni slices are always like way too large, or so you don't even get like the crunchy parts of a small pepperoni piece. As much as I sniff an ongoing tangent. I'm sorry, it's true. Okay, well, this one's kind of related because I did have Mountain Mike's in California. So I'm gonna give myself some grace here and say that it was related to offkai. The pizza smelled so good too. Like, when they took it out of the oven and they were like carrying it over to my table, it's so yummy. It was so yummy. I got a cheese pizza with really, really small pepperoni slices, like scattered all out. And then not Hawaiian. I got pineapples on it. Pizza Hut lost both of their restaurants in my town. What did you do, Tyler? what was your personal role in closing down these Pizza Huts? I like buying local pizza places instead of chains these days. I don't know very many local pizza places here. We're not really known for our pizza, so it's not like a thing that really pops up. Yeah, but I also haven't really tried, so I guess I could do that. I should try that. Maybe I'll have pizza tonight. Okay. Pizza topic, close circle. Reopening my flight on Tuesday. We tore them down and put it in a cookout. What's a cookout? Is that a barbecue? I try to do local places. My wallet and current income do not let me. Because local places tend to be a little pricier compared to the chains, you know, for the reasons of mass producing things is much cheaper than making things by like one by one. So I try and support as much local as I can, but I do have to be mindful of how expensive it can get. What if I tried like a local airport instead of going to like one of the big ones? I don't know if that's an option for me. Does any local pilot want to just like take me everywhere all the time? I don't know if I... That's a little too scary. Cookout is a chain restaurant that sells mostly burgers and fast food. I like seeing the old Pizza Hut buildings. I can recognize it because of the giant, like, the roofing that makes it, you know, Pizza Hut. It just screams Pizza Hut. And it makes me a little sad to see a gutted out Pizza Hut become like a weed shop. But that seems to be very popular here in my area. TYU'NA already thinking of a private jet. Every time I'm flying commercial, I'm like, what if I was just rich? What if I was just incredibly wealthy and never had to fly a commercial plane ever again? I hate on celebrities that do that, but at the same time, when I'm experiencing it, I kind of understand. I wish they wouldn't make these commercial flights so frustrating to get through, because if it was a more pleasant experience, then we wouldn't need celebrities to like, oh, I'll have my own private jet, because why would I fly Southwest Delta United if I can just fly Taylor Swift Inc.co, you know? But when I got to my airport, I was there like 2.5 hours early, because I like having that extra time to get through the check-in. And I had checked bags because I packed for an entire week without, or an entire week knowing that I wouldn't have access to a laundry area. So I did overpack as many travelers do, and I had a couple of extra check bags with me, so I knew it was gonna take a while. I did show up early on purpose so that I wouldn't be late to my flight. Can teleportation just be invented already? I would be scared of teleportation. I don't know how they would do it. Like, would I get destroyed first? I think that my headcanon on how teleportation works is that they disintegrate you. They take all of your atoms, everything about you, all of your molecules, and then like delete them, and then they recreate you over there. Like, would I still exist? Am I still the same person before I was teleported? I mean, yeah, it's the same molecules, and yeah, it's the same like formation, but like, you destroyed me in the process. Something's wrong. It's basically me still. Like, it's the soul that makes me, not my physical body. Teleportation would be scary, but what about portals? If it was the portals like we had in the video game, then yes, because then it feels like a door and not like... I'm still yapping, so probably still you. Have you guys read the short story called The Long Jump? It's one of my favorites to recommend. It's about fast travel, and I think it handles the topic really well in an interesting way. Sorry, I'm off topic again, but like, that is kind of similar to how I think fast travel, portals, teleportation would work. I would wait for like 5 years until teleportation is widely used before I try it. Yeah, I need people to review this. What is your Yelp review saying to me? And if you give me like a 4.98, no, I'm sorry, I'm not taking your teleportation. Although if you die, I guess you can't really rate your teleportation visit. So then it would be only giving positive reviews because only the people that survive would get a chance to like rate it. Yeah, survivorship bias, the plane and the holes. The ship of Theseus is the one with the paperwork calling it the ship of Theseus. If I can warp and shift planes rather than be atomized, I think I can handle it. Yeah, I think like I want to be physically present my entire trip. And if you give me a portal and it feels like I'm just walking through a door, I'll do it. Yeah, I'll take that. That makes sense to me. Let me fly myself at Mach speed. No, thank you. I don't trust myself in an airplane. I don't trust myself as a pilot. I don't even trust myself as a driver. So I don't think I should be allowed up in the sky like that. Teleportation was cool. Got me to the gas station chip aisle really fast. Specifically the chip aisle at your local gas station. 5.5, 7. Tyler number 8 because you. I'm terrified of heights. I've never flown before. I prefer road trips anyways. So I am from the East Coast, and I think a road trip all the way to San Jose would have been maybe like 24 hours at least. Like there's no way I could make it in one day. And I don't even know if that would include breaks, taking little nap times. Can I make it all the way to San Jose? Let me see. Maps.google.com. San Jose. Sorry, I just burped again. Let's start here. And then driving. I'm not gonna cannonball run all the way to California. 42 hours. It'll take me 42 hours. Honestly, I wish we had a good train infrastructure. Yeah, what happened to my coast-to-coast train station? We are so scared of trains that we don't even think about going left to right. Hello. Oh, that was really loud. Hello, Amig. Hello, good morning. Happy Thursday. I know you're at work right now, so if you have to lurk, thank you for stopping by. Do not get in trouble at your job. Do not get in trouble. It's not worth it. Anyways. We are now just starting to talk about offkai because I keep getting distracted. But I had a layover from the East Coast to the West. So, but oh my gosh, I hate planes. I hate flights with layovers because I always get really worried about missing the second flight. It hasn't happened to me before where I get to my first flight, everything's fine, and then the second flight is also just fine. I feel like every time I have a layover, there's always something wrong that happens. So I was on time. I was at the airport on time. I get my checked bags, I go through TSA, and then when I go through TSA, I'm like noticing that my travel partners are like, oh, they're all in one line, and I get ushered to a line to the left, and I'm like, okay, maybe they're just splitting it because one of the lines is getting crowded. And then the lady there is like really, really gentle to me, and she's like, oh, you know, just take off your shoes and blah, blah, blah. And then she's like, are you? She asks me, how old are you? And I was like, no, I'm like in my mid-20s. And she's like, oh, you're in the wrong line, miss. And I'm like, well, no, actually the lady over there put me over here. And I was like, I'm just where she directed me. And then she's like, this is for the 12 and under. I'm like, ma'am, I was not asked. I was just directed here, and I was like, everyone here is so gentle. They're like, here's your jacket, here's your shoes, just make sure you walk through the bars. It might be a little bit scary. I was like, what is going on? I have never been talked to like this before. And I was like, I was already in line anyway, so I'm just gonna walk through. But she was like, in the future, just make sure you're in the right line. And I was like, ma'am, I was put here. I was directed and I stood in the spot she told me to. Seeing you in person, I understand your issue. And the thing is, it didn't even happen like just one time at TSA. When I was going through the metal detectors, that was the part I just described. But like even when she was checking my ID, she was like, cause I think this is a national law, but like if you're over 21, you have the horizontal, and if you're under 21, then you have the vertical ID. So when I handed her my ID, she picked it up like vertically, and then she was like, huh? And then she rotated, and I was like, I'm so sorry. I swear it's real. It's a real ID. Look at it. Yeah. So, but other than that, it was a pretty easy ride. I mean, I did go through the shorter line because there were like no kids flying in the morning, but like, oh my goodness. I did get lumped in with a couple of the grandmas though, because I think if you're wheelchair assisted, or mobility assisted, you do get into the kids line, just because it's easier to handle. And I was like, I see. Do they think I'm a grandmother? Better than TSA pre. Leishan, hello. That's when they said they had your birthday right. Yeah, they were like, when you go through TSA, they ask you sometimes like, oh, when's your birthday, date of birth? And I was like, I am from this state. Like, you can clearly tell that I am not gonna be faking an ID from like New Jersey or something, which is very popular to do, because I think the New Jersey IDs are fairly easier to replicate. But like, no, look at all the shiny holographic like glitter. It's real. Thank you for the follow, Popeye. Yeah, they guided my grandma through the line because she's walking assisted. There were a lot of older people flying the same time I did, but I did fly earlier in the morning, which makes sense. I think a lot of adults prefer flying afternoon or noonish, but since we got there like crack of dawn early, it was just a lot of older people. Which made me feel a lot more better because it felt more calm. There were no kids around. It was much easier. Even better than TSA pre. I don't know what pre-check does. I don't fly often enough to need pre-check. It was offered to me at the airport. It was like, you can sign up for a free trial of TSA pre-check with I forget what company it was, but when I asked questions about like, oh, what's it do? What do I upload? Like, what information do you need? The salesman was like, no, it's okay, and then just let me go. I was like, am I asking too much? I'm asking the right questions, right? Like, if I'm gonna be giving you my ID information, can you just tell me what you're gonna do with it? Because otherwise, I don't trust you. But if I ask too much, they just eventually like just move you to the side. They're like, no. I don't want to sell to you anymore. All those old people are your favorite VTubers. Ouch! It's true. Everyone I love and appreciate is like turning 30 this year. It was interesting because at the convention, I feel like I'm already pretty old as a VTuber. Everyone online that I meet are like much younger. I think they're either still in college or just about to graduate. So I feel already pretty old as a VTuber. But then when I get to the convention, I feel like most visitors, most guests, most attendees at offkai were older than they were younger. Monkey D keeps saying she's 42. 42 is a perfect age. I'm actually canonically 64. on my it's blanked out on my what's it called? On my slideshow when I do my 2.0, but underneath it does say 64. So that is my age moving forward. Literally everyone in my family is TSA pre-check except me, my grandma, my grandpa. I just don't fly often enough. It's not expensive. It's fairly affordable, but as someone who would only really use it like maybe 2 times every year or so, it's just not worth it. Can't wait for my 67th birthday. I will forever be 64. TYU'NA will just like terminally 64. I think it's like the perfect age to be. You're not, oh man, but I can't retire. I wouldn't be old enough to retire yet. In order to be able to go to a convention, you have to be, yes, that is true. I did notice that there was a much younger audience on specifically Saturday, and it feels like maybe they only got a day pass, or they couldn't fly in on Friday because they were still, I don't know, is school still in session? I kind of don't keep track of that anymore. But on Friday, it was mostly older folk, which I liked seeing. It makes me feel a lot younger, which is a little mean to think about, because I don't wanna like, you know, comparison is the thief of joy. So I don't want to be like, oh, where am I in the stage of life of my ripe age of mid-20s? But like, it felt nice to see other people, older people playing, still interested in the same hobbies as me, because it means that I'm not that far gone. I still have a chance. 64 unsigned, 64-bit, and I'm 64 because it's a funny number. Sad I never, I know, I was so sad. Like, everyone that I met, or I tried to meet, I got a chance to, and very happy. But like, I spent so much of my time at the con just like running around. I didn't really get a chance to go to any of the panels. I did go to a lot of the concerts, because there were more of that this year than there were last. I did visit the arcade on Friday. I am mad at the arcade. I am so mad. Also, thank you for the follow, Sander. And hello, Phallus. Welcome. Happy Thursday. Because last year, I'm comparing it to last year because it's all I have, to compare it to, but everything I ever wanted for the convention was in the hall, was in San Jose Emery. So having the arcade be like a 5-minute walk outside in the San Jose heat made me really upset. So I ended up not really going to the arcade that much. And because it felt like more of a commitment versus like being able to just go downstairs and then hang out with the standees for a little bit before hitting up the arcade. It did make me a little annoyed that I had to dedicate like some time going to the arcade versus like, oh, I'll just go just because, you know. It was ways away, but there was a lot more room. It felt a lot bigger. There was only one DDR cab. I don't think that's changed. There was Pump It Up as well. But it did feel a little more echoey. Maybe because it's all like concrete on the floor instead of carpet. I think it was carpet last year. So none of the sound like absorbed into anything. It kind of just like bounced everywhere. I'm probably twice your age and quite a few of your interests, so no worries. We do share quite a few interests. I was listing off like stuff that I like doing, and they're like, are you a 45-year-old dad? And I was like, no. They just have good taste, okay? They just have good taste. I was also tilted. Yes! Oh my gosh, thank you! Thank you! I felt so paranoid thinking that. I was like, am I leaning right now? No. And then thank you for validating me! I unfortunately couldn't play for very long though. Because I was wearing boots on one of the days, and I only brought my Birkenstocks for the other, so I could only play in sandals. And I know you can wear it with socks, but I feel rude doing it shoeless. So I played like a couple songs with my sandals, and then I was like, no, thank you. Someone playing doubles was having the worst time going back and forth on the machine. Oh, that must feel awful. I don't remember which way it felt, but like, man, it made me miss round one just a little bit, like, or my local round one, because it was also, I don't know. It's not my cab, so I don't want to like come here and point fingers at like what happened to it and stuff. But I do like the white cab a lot more. So I'm glad. I'm really sorry. I'm sad that we didn't have a more updated machine. I forget. Was it which 823? Is that white cab? Going down left and up going right. Okay, so it was like that way. It was a left right, not an up down. Old man TYU'NA. I am not that old yet. 64 is like not even retirement age, by the way. That makes me, if I'm terminally 64, I will never get to retire and live with my grandkids. Oh, that's so sad. That's so sad. The age isn't that far off. 45 is a good year. I think I remember when I was 45, I was kicking it back with what do 45-year-olds do? Do they drink beer still? Yeah, I was drinking some beer. Watching my old telly. I could never LARP as a 45-year-old because I feel like actually it's not even that much different. I feel like 45 and 30 are like the same year. I'll LARP as a 30-year-old instead. Drinking beer and fishing with the grandkids? Oh, no, drinking beer and fishing with the grandkids. I have not gone fishing before, and it's really scary to think about because it's so close to the water. But like, I feel like I'd have a holler. I feel like I'd have a hoot and a holler if I chugged down a couple beers nearby a lake or something. I feel like I could enjoy that. I also remember celebrating my 45th birthday. It was just like it was yesterday. It was just like yesterday. But other than, okay, wait, where was my tangent going off again? I think I was talking about the flights. Oh, so I had a layover on my way to LA, and unfortunately, my first flight was delayed by 20 or so minutes, which I wasn't gonna think was like a really big deal, but my layover was only 30 minutes. So if my first flight was delayed even just a little bit more, I would have missed my second flight. And of course, with TYU'NA and her very miraculous luck, as soon as we landed on my first flight to San Jose, my plane to LA took off. Like, it didn't even give me a grace period. I landed at San Jose, and I look outside the window, and I just see my plane. I just see my plane go off without me, and then I'm running to the terminal being like, hey, my plane just took off. You guys left without me. I mean, I'm not gonna be yelling at the service rep guy because it's not his fault. But I was like, hey, my plane is gone. And then and he was like, well, I can't do anything about that. So you're just gonna have to sit here until I can find your next flight. And I was like, okay. And then he rescheduled me to a flight like 4 hours later, which, if you don't know, the time difference between the East Coast and the West Coast is 3 hours. So on my phone, which is still on airplane mode, I'm like, oh, it's only like, what's it good, 12 o'clock. It's only 12 o'clock, which means that if my flight is being rescheduled to 1 o'clock, then I only have to wait like an hour, like no big deal. But then I turn off my airplane mode and I realize that the flight that he rescheduled me for is 4 hours after my first flight already left. Or, you know, like second flight, whatever. The words are being scrambled, but you're getting the story. Yeah, he literally couldn't, and I was like, it's not your fault. It's literally not your fault, but my luggage is in that plane. So you guys found a way to get my luggage off of my plane into the second one, and then you left without me? Like, oh. Good morning, Matthew. Happy Thursday. I hope you're having a good week so far. So I did miss my second flight to LA. Going back to work but quickly watching offkai. Thank you, Matthew. I'm complaining about airports. I just have really bad luck when I'm traveling. Because I wouldn't have minded usually about like delays on plane rides, but I had a concert that I was scheduled to go to later that evening, and a 4-hour delay would have made me miss the concert. And I was like, just give me my bag. Which is why I think I hate checked bags. I hate having them because it makes me, like, it's out of my control. Like, I can't always hold on to it. And if this plane, like, goes haywire for any reason, lands in, I don't know, Fort Worth, Dallas, Texas, then, like, I'm just out of luck. Like, I can't control where this plane is going. So, I have these 2 checked bags that are landing in an airport that I'm not at yet. Do you end up missing your concert? I did. So LA has 3 airports, which I didn't know about. Like, I didn't realize how big of a city LA was. So instead of landing at one of the airports where my stuff is still in airport 1. I landed in airport 2, like 2 hours earlier. So I was able to be like, I was like, I know my stuff is somewhere else. I know that you can't control where this plane is going. Can you just leave my stuff there? I'll pick it up later, but I really have to go to this concert that I just don't want to miss. So I landed at my next airport, like 2 hours to spare, and then my friend drove us from our airport up to, where is it? Like Hollywood or something? Which LA is huge. LA is like big. Also, thank you for lurking, Matthew. Copying some stuff from he's enjoy your work, enjoy your work. You could have stowed away his luggage. I would hate that. I would hate being luggage. You know how they treat those suitcases? I feel like I'd get tossed around and like break my neck. It could just be that LA is a really big city, or there was just so much traffic. But we needed 2 hours to get from airport to Hollywood. So we had, like, I got to my concert right on time, which was very lucky. And it was like a 15-minute walk too to get from like the parking garage to the actual venue, which why is LA built like that? I don't think I could ever live there because there's so much car infrastructure, but also no parking, and also no walking streets, and also like every house ever is on top of each other, and it's very overwhelming. LA is the second largest city in the country. What is the first? Is it Dallas? Is it Texas? Good morning, paper towels. Hello, hello. Happy Thursday. But the concert was I think the concert was the highlight of the week. We listened to LA Symphony Orchestra, and they had Joe Hiraishi as the conductor, and he is the composer for many, many movies, as well as the Studio Ghibli films. So he borrowed the LA orchestra, and he performed for like 2 hours. And oh my god, it was so beautiful. The way that the venue was designed, it's like a giant, well, it's literally called the Hollywood Bowl. I had really, really good seats, and it was like sit down, you had a table in front of you and stuff like that. Like there was a lot of leg room. New York City is the biggest city. I can see it. Is it biggest in terms of population or biggest in terms of square footage? Like, how are we calculating that? So I had like, it wasn't front row seats because those were extremely expensive, but I got like near the front, and I also got center. So I got to see the entire venue with a very clear view, and it was just so pretty. I'll send a picture of what it looked like, but he composed for so many like great movies, and then for the last hour of the concert, he was performing like a medley of very popular Studio Ghibli songs, and he was so cute. I hope this is a woman and not freaking femboy. What is wrong with being a femboy, Mimi? There's nothing wrong with being a femboy. I don't want to say I want to be one because I'm very happy with where I am. But no, I am a girl. New York is the biggest in terms of rat population. I believe it. It was so cool. And then there were lights and stuff that like synced up with the songs. Well, not songs, but like, yeah, oh my god, it was just so pretty. I'll have to share the picture when I get to it, or when I get them, because I don't want to put them up here and accidentally be like, this person here is so and so, and there you go. You know, like I don't want to dox anyone without permission. It's like deception. Okay, femboys are not. I'm going on a tangent. Femboys are not deception. I don't know if that's like a dog whistle right now, but that is not true. I heard rat for a second, and I thought TYU'NA called someone a brat. I learned of a very fun word called gaki, and I have been inserting it into like every word I can think of. I miss you too, Wally. Good luck at work today. Good luck at work. If you were interacting with someone with that intention, I'm glad you got baited. Hi, Wally again. Oh, he was here earlier. So the first... Wait. There was a screen on top of the venue where he actually played, like, his first song was a silent film. He did not compose the music for the silent film. I think he just played it because it was like back in 1920s and nobody was alive back then. But the TV played the movie, and then the orchestra played the song and the sound effects, and like it was just really, really fun. And then when he got to the Ghibli part, he would be playing parts of the movie that were like kind of in sync with the orchestra. So when like little suit guys came around on the screen, you had the instruments playing little suit guys walking around. Oh, you talked in Discord. No. It was so cool. There were some very popular songs, like everyone knows the Totoro stuff, and everyone knows Howl's Moving Castle. Kyo, thank you for the resub. Thank you for using your Prime. Thank you so much. And hello. Sorry, my redeems don't work. I think I pinned that on the top, so I'll try and refund you if I can remember. And it's a little funny to think about because sometimes a medley would start for the next song, like, you know, the in-between transitions, and you don't recognize where it's coming from until the TV comes up and pops up with like the scene of where it's coming from, and then you have the audience in the back, like, you know, doing their hoot and hollers, which makes me kind of think that they wouldn't have recognized the song until the stuff popped up. Also, hello CJ, welcome to the stream. Happy Thursday. Oh my goodness. Ponyo is my favorite Ghibli movie, followed very closely by Spirited Away. They played both songs. I don't recognize the Ponyo one because I have not seen it before, but I did take a picture. My favorite was obviously Princess Mononoke, my one and only. But there was, I forgot which movie it was. I forgot. I didn't record it I just don't record things. Is it bad? I that is not the intention, but I might steal that and add that to my lore, because I think that's literally me. I am always hungry. I did not realize how often I talk about food until I watch my streams again. So I'm gonna take that and add it somehow to my lore. I have such a great love for Catbus. Catbus? Oh, like some Totoro. I have not seen the fish movie, and I know she's a red-haired fish. I was like, I should watch it, but I'm waiting for like a special time because one of my really, really close friends loves the movie, and I want to watch it together. I don't want to watch it alone. And I think Ghibli movies are best experienced with friends. So yeah, that is my excuse, okay? It is not an excuse, it is a reason. That is my reason. Thank you, 44. Thank you for saying hello 44 times. Ghibli food always looks so good. I love watching the clips for it, but I'm so sorry. I hate when Twitter takes these clips of anime food and they're like, anime food never looked this yummy. And I was like, shut up. This is probably AI anyway. I hate the captions so much. So, and they always, not always, but they use the Ghibli clips either as training for their videos or like the actual clip they're talking about, and it's poisoned my Ghibli food clips, but it looks so good. Ponyo is so cute. I haven't seen it. The first time I know of it. I know that there's a little boy and there's a red fish and they like kiss and stuff, and then their mom comes in and she's like, don't kiss, and that's it. That's all I know about the movie. I could be wrong. Tunidagaki, hungry ghost. I don't want to be a ghost. I think I'm using Tunagaki as a tag. For but I haven't decided yet. And then I forgot which song it was. It was a very popular song. I wanna say it's Nautica or When the Wind Rises, but Joe Hiraishi had his daughter actually come on stage and sing the song with the choir. They brought a choir out for the Ghibli section. I thought it was really cute. And thinking back at it now, Joe only said like 8 or 10 words throughout the entire concert. Like, he didn't even introduce himself. He just walked up on stage and then started doing his little composer thing, or his little what are they called? The baton swinging? I forget the name of it. But he just performed, and then right after, conductor. Thank you. He just conducted throughout. Like, he went up on stage, didn't say anything. He bowed, and then he just started conducting. But when his daughter finished her song, he did the fist thing where everyone turned really quiet, and he takes the mic and he goes, she is my daughter. And then puts the mic away. And then keeps conducting. And I was like, you said nothing throughout the entire concert. And you were like, that. I just thought it was so cute. Like the way he just like performs with her. And oh my gosh, they were very, very sweet together. So she sang one of the songs, and then near the end, it was kind of awkward. Like maybe they expected him to say some final words of like, thank you LA for coming, thank you for being here. But nope. When the last song ended, he just walked. He just walked off stage, and the lights turned off. And then the concert was over. But yeah, full respect to him. He knew what he was here for, and then he just when he's done, he's just done. He doesn't like linger around or anything. It was a very good concert. I think it was my favorite part of the entire week. And I wish I lived near the area so I could visit the concert hall more often. I mean, like, it was just so impressive. Like, the way, I'm not a composer, so I might just be, like, speaking out of my ass right now, but the way he commanded the orchestra felt so, you know, like the energy in that. Like, he was very commanding, and it was very nice to see. He also played the piano for some of the songs, and he would conduct, so take a seat at his little grand piano. It was like a Stein something. And the only reason I know this is because I had really good seats and I could see him. But he would sit down on his piano, play parts of the song, and then like with one hand conduct the orchestra and then play with the other and then go back to playing the piano. I was like, I mean, I'm sure he's been performing for his entire life, but like, wow, it was just really, really interesting. There was one song that sticks out to me. I think it was called, I don't know the name of the song, but it was for a movie called The Boys? Not the show, but like, it was a Korean film. It's like a coming of age film. I forgot the name of it. I'll talk about it more if it comes back to me. But there is a scene that played on the TV of these two boys like on a bicycle, you know, panning from the viewer to the horizon kind of view, and in the background of the scene I'm hearing like the motors of the bicycle going off, and I'm like, damn, how did they get that music, or what instrument are they using to get that sound to come out? And they even did it in a way where as the boys on their bicycle like moved further from the camera, the sound of the instrument got really quiet. And then I find out like 2 minutes later, because I hear the sound again, that it was just a helicopter. It was just a like really greatly timed helicopter sound, like flying overhead us, like from you know, up and then away, that it timed great. Like I don't know, it's like a really nice coincidence that the scene played at the time of him flying over. Hearing about Fishy's trip makes me feel like I missed out on a lot and supposed to travel to Cali summer. Oh my goodness, I am so sorry about the car accident. I hope nothing severe happened, and I hope you're feeling a lot better. I kind of really want more trips because of this one. I am on a trip high though, and I know that if I go on another trip so suddenly, it won't go as well. And I can only say this trip went well because it was properly planned, you know? Like, I had a concert that I wanted to go to. I had one day in LA I could just like do whatever I wanted, and then I knew I was gonna road trip up. So it was like, if I had just fly over to California right now, I would probably have a horrible time because I wouldn't know what I'd do with myself. So yeah, that was my Tuesday. It was just very, very pretty. Hello, Farmatron! Great to hear your trip was a success. Thank you! I made it home safe and sound. The way to get to San Jose was actually like a huge ball ache. I hate airplanes. I hate airplanes with a burning passion. But unfortunately, a 42-hour car ride is just not realistic for me. So to the planes I go. So yeah, that was my LA trip. Not much. LA food is actually so good. I live in a city, so it's like, oh, I mean, LA LA's like not that different because it's also a city, but the food there was very, very yummy. I want to recreate some of the stuff that I ate there and see if I can do something similar this time around. What else was that? What else? Easy road trip. I would probably die and suffocate. I wanted to be polite, so we road tripped from LA up to San Jose for the convention. So we just spent like 1 day driving up, and I felt really bad. It was like a 7 hour, I think 6 or maybe 6 or 7 hour trip. And I was like, maybe I should offer to drive you. Like maybe I should pick up some slack and we can swap seats or something. But I never offered it because I don't think I even trust myself without I don't trust myself in my own car. What if I don't think they should trust me in theirs, you know? Submarine the car would be an exhausting option. You think I could... Okay, this is really, really stupid. But when I was younger, as many young fish do, I thought that all of these continents were like just floating above the ocean. I still think this is true. I think that I could find a way like underwater from one side of the ocean to the other, or sorry, from one ocean to the other one. Like, I feel like I could make that in a submarine. Like, I feel like I could find a path underwater to do that because it's just floating above the ocean. It's not actually connected to the core. They are floating. Also, thank you, Sil, for stopping by. Enjoy your work. Enjoy. Oh, you actually went to work today. Thank you for lurking. I remember believing the sun would dip into the ocean at night. Okay, well, I'm not that. I was smarter than that, farmer. So I knew better. But I am not from the US, so I assumed that after a certain age, I was like, oh, well, my sister turns, I think she turned 10. I was like, my sister turns 10, and I think that every time the oldest person or oldest kid in the family turns 10, we all have to move to the US. So I just assumed that everyone ever, like, the reason we moved here wasn't because my dad had a job here. It was because after a certain age, you just get kicked off of the Philippines and you have to be shipped over to the US. It doesn't, like, I'm smarter now and I know that, but for a long time, I just never realized it was for work reasons. There's water under the ground and aquifers, so if you try hard enough, it's gonna be freshwater though. I think I'd be too scared, unironically. I think submarines are way too scary. Also, welcome back, Kevin! Welcome! Happy Thursday! I hope you're having a good week so far. But like, imagine like a plate, like it's just water and it's like floating right on top. Like there's gotta be, that's gotta be true. Like there's gotta be a point where I can just like scrape, I don't know, scrape off the United States and like move it elsewhere. I believe it. I'll add like jetpacks or something to the East Coast, and then we can slowly drift the US closer to Japan. And that's how I can make Japan a car ride trip and not a plane ride. I'll just connect the two continents. Yeah. I think I'm a little scared of the submarines getting crushed under the water. I also, after watching what happened to the Titanic submarine, I just don't trust it. I don't trust submarines. What about a boat ride? No. Cruises are scary. Cruises are so scary. Or you mean like a shipment container kind of thing. Cave divers and cavers are the hobbies I hear the most horror stories about, so not when I go down. I don't understand cave divers. Why do you do that to yourself? Like, oh, it's one thing to go caving. Like, I'll kind of forgive it because now you get like, oh, like I want to explore something and see what's down there. But like, now you're introducing water and an ocean and I can't breathe anymore. Like, why would you ever want to go cave diving? Why would you ever want to do that? Absolute, like, what's it? Darwin's theory of evolution. Like, there is something in your brain I don't understand. If you don't like Yeah. If you don't like long car rides, you can wait a few million years when LA and San Francisco are next to each other. Easy trip between the two cities. I don't think that in a million we will be squished this way. I think we will be sliding that way. I think there is a more likely chance that like I don't know. What part of the US do you think will get like removed first by natural disasters? Darwin Awards for removing yourself from the gene pool. Although sometimes it's like this. I hear the story. Sorry. Let me reimagine this. Okay, you're watching a YouTube video. You click it because oh, this looks interesting. Let me hear the story about how Dave the diver and his family. He has a family, by the way. He has a wife and 4 children that are all like 8 years old, and he has a loving family, and he wants to go cave diving. Like you have a wife. You have kids. Why are you doing this to yourself? And I'm not saying like, oh, you have to be single to enjoy your hobbies. I was like, cave diving, of all hobbies to pick from, you combine caving and diving? Insane. Absolutely insane. Florida probably. You think Detroit will be the first to go? Detroit is where is Detroit? You're in Michigan, right? Where are you? Okay, where on the glove? Where on the glove is Michigan? Oh, it's like at the thumb. Okay. Detroit's got Canada like kissing up on it. I feel like Detroit's pretty safe right now. Florida is kind of my biggest bet because there's a lot of surface area that's exposed, and I feel like Florida's gone through a lot, and we should just keep doing it to Florida. Barber, I'm gonna frame that. That means so much to me. For me, I'm thinking like, what's another good option? New York. New York's gonna fly away. New York is gonna just one day we're gonna see the entire Long Island just like disappear. It's gonna be out to the ocean, create its own little island. In the North Atlantic. It's gonna be right underneath what, Greenland or something? Yeah, goodbye Long Island. Actually, is it already an island? It's already an island. Maybe it's already drifting and we just can't see it because we're repairing the bridge one brick at a time. There's actually a lot of small islands on the East Coast. So what baffles me from east to west is that when you drive 8 hours on the East Coast, you will be in a different state. Like realistically, you drive north to south. If you're in what, Massachusetts, what's a good state here? Boston. You're in Boston. You drive 8 hours. You'll maybe make it to like PA, maybe New York, but you'll at least be in a different state. Like you won't be very far because driving in the East Coast is lots of traffic and stuff. But like, because you're going through a lot of major cities is what I'm inferring. But you won't be in Massachusetts anymore. But when you're in California, when you're in LA, you drive 8 hours north. You're not even halfway up the state. Like you haven't even traveled half the state. You're still in California. Like you haven't even left your hometown. 8 hours in Texas and you're still in Texas. Texas is not a real state to me. I am sorry, but it's not real. It doesn't exist. Because why are your interstate highways like 8 lanes long? Why are they, or like they're in a circle? You got a giant circle and then you have another circle inside the circle, and then your city is like, if you miss your first circle exit, you have to drive 3 hours around it again to make it to Houston. Like, it's not real. I'm sorry. There's too much happening in Texas, and there's also nothing happening in Texas. You have 3 cities and a lot of forts, I think. I want to say a lot of Texas is actually federal land. They really also go really high off the ground too. It causes me vertigo. It's a roller coaster. You're telling me you got the spinnies and the high rides in Texas? Houston roads. I am also hallucinating this because I've never been to Texas, and I don't know if I've ever had a chance to. I've never been asked to go to Texas before, and I don't have very many friends that live in that area, so it's like, I'm going to Houston. to go to Houston. Which isn't a very, very fun reason to go. I do now. Can we all collectively just travel to Houston at the same time? And then we'll get 8 cars and then block the traffic. I think that's illegal. I don't think we should do that. I think that's rude. If not illegal, at least very, very rude. Yeah. What else happened in my LA trip? In ATS, you can't block the traffic in Houston. It already doesn't move. Oh my god, I can't even affect my local driving car economy. What's the point? What's the point of going to Texas if I can't make an impact? Is it just Houston, or is it like also in Dallas and Austin? You actually have a lot of cities. You have a lot of major cities in Texas. Phoenix? No, that's in Arizona. Okay, never mind. You only have 3 cities. You have Dallas, Houston, and Austin, which are actually like a state apart from each other. What does the drive from Houston to Dallas look like? Dallas? 3 hours? Sorry, correction. 3.5 hours. 3 hours and 36 minutes to get from Houston, Texas to Dallas, Texas. And you haven't even left Texas. San Antonio is also a major city. If I don't know about it, then how major of a city is it? You know? Try driving 11 hours in Texas. Where would I? Okay. Let's see. What's the furthest I can go? Okay, I'm going to the tip, right next to where it meets New Mexico and Oklahoma, and I'm driving all the way down to where it meets Mexico. 13 hours. 13 hours, and you haven't even left one state. Like that is half the. No wait. 13, 42. Not half. That would be 21. So like. A third? That'd be like a third of my trip from the East Coast to the West. Try driving. Although everybody tends to forget El Paso, but then again, it's furthest west away from other major cities. Where? So on maps.google.com, which is a real URL, you can trust me on that. I just zoomed out a little bit to see if it'll highlight any major cities. I'm seeing... What is Big Spring? That is not a city. That is not a city. I think it's because I have a GPS on right now. Is Fort Worth also its own city? It's kind of like a combination of Dallas. Enjoy your vet trip. Have a good evening, Savior. Thank you so much for stopping by and spending some of your Thursday with me. Take care. Send the kitties much love. I got distracted again. We're talking offkai? I think Texas can pass off as its own country. It tried. Oh, it tried. I don't think it went the way they wanted it to. South Padre Island is huge for spring break. We don't really have very many spring break visitors. I think a lot of us would just go to like, I don't know, one of the Carolinas. I feel like that's a good spring break area because it's very nature heavy, and it's a little south on the southern half of the US. Fort Worth is its own city, its own county too, but then again, there's a reason why Dallas Fort Worth, the Metroplex, the double city. Okay. I will send a picture of my haul for offkai. I did end up I mostly went to offkai this year because my Kamiyoshi had a concert that she announced and I was really excited to go. So to be honest, most of my offkai plans centered around I joined here and I heard Dallas Fort Worth's I got warrants there. Maybe you shouldn't go back to the city. I think you can just keep running away and avoiding them. Maybe they won't catch you. But welcome. I was like, am I reading this wrong? Am I the one that's misreading? I don't have dyslexia, popular to contrary belief, but I do have like, I can't read. I just can't read. I feel like every VTuber ever has the same excuse. You would say your friend performance is like an idol performance. So I wish she was my friend. She's my Kami Oshi, which for non-VTubers is like your #1 idol. And she performed it live. So she had a 3D like model, and then and like it was a musical from land to sea. It's called Surge. Very, very cute. She performed with a lot of her friends. And another one of my favorite VTubers, Pillow Deer, was also performing with Lazuli, so I got to hear their duet. But most of my offkai plans were centered around making it to that concert because I love Lazuli. And I really wanted to see her. I wanna say she was there in person as well, but she never announced anything, so I didn't want to like hound for her, you know? Thank you for the follow, Wallace. Thank you. We also do have a city named Paris here. There are so many repeat cities. Like, I heard of a VTuber that went to Alabama State instead of Alabama Birmingham for a convention over on the eastern. I say eastern coast, over on EU. I think it's funny. I have not been to any conventions on the EU, but I really, really want to go to Dokumi. Welcome to Earth. It's just Texas. It's all like this. It all looks like this. When you're on the west part of the US, the states become really big and very samey. When we were road tripping up, it kind of felt like I was back in Ohio just because of how flat everything is. When you're not in a major city in California, a lot of the land between just has farm space, and then there's mountains and then more flat areas behind it. I think it's a desert. So my view from LA to San Jose was not very interesting. And a part of me kind of wishes that I took like a train or something, because maybe there's more of a scenic route along the coast. But that would have been like way too... You remind me of Ohio. Take that back. Take that back, Nira. You don't mean it. You don't mean that. There's no... What parts of me tell you I'm Ohio? There's no... I need to reflect. I need to change everything about myself because... Oh! If it... Was it flat is like a desert. It's so freaking hot. Ohio! I do like saying Ohio though. I think it's very cute. 100 because thank you. Okay, tell me what you think. I do have very high opinions of it, and I will judge you if you do not enjoy 100. It has the best magic system that I can think of off the top of my head because it's so well explained, but it's so simple that it's like a 5-year-old, also known as me, can watch it and enjoy it. I need to watch the 1999 version. I think it's 99. Sorry, I'm talking too fast. I love 100. I love 100 so much. I have 2 blankets. I have my Killua figure, I have a Gon figure, I have little mini ones that sit on my desk sometimes. My favorite character ever is Kurapika because I think he's very cute, very handsome, and I like the chains that he has. Is that a spoiler? No. It has both the property. Okay, if you get past how annoying that stupid clown is, okay? If you ignore him, you've never seen Hunter. That's fine. Mandatory watch, by the way. If I ever became like your leader or something, we would all be watching Hunter x Hunter. Bungee gum has the properties of both rubber and gum. I hate you, Hisoka. I hate you so much. Sorry, wait. Now I'm Hunter x Hunter brain. Okay, so I think that Hunter x Hunter is like the anime that I would recommend to everybody on the entire planet. Not only is it very easy to watch, like you can sit down and it introduces things at a very comfortable pace without making you feel like a child. And you can also create your own Sona because of how well detailed enough the world building is. You can create your own character and you have your own power, and you can like become something in Hunter x Hunter. And also the costume designing in Hunter x Hunter, very unique, but also very based in the real world. So if I cosplay one of these characters, I don't have to like wear 300 boning suits to get things to stand up properly. What would my Nen specialty be? I say have a Hunter x Hunter OC, but I actually don't have one. I really like the vacuum. I like object abilities. Leorio got carried throughout the exams. We love him though. Okay, people say that. People say if it wasn't for Killua and Gon, then Leorio would have failed the Hunter x Hunter exams. But like the entire point of being a hunter is finding your friends and working together. So Leorio did that. He played the games properly. He's also I need to rewatch it because I need to find examples. And I hate Leorio's shame. I love Leorio. He's such a good guy. I hate the father though. I don't think I can say his name, because it sounds very closely to a word I can't say, but yeah, the dad. I don't like the dad. I do think the premise is a little silly. Yeah, is this Jing? Is it soft G or hard G? I forget. I think you're thinking of the amalgamation of his name in Greed Island. Yeah, okay, that's his name. I was like, I know there's a version of his name that I can't say. It's such a well-defined system and inspires a lot of my creativity. I just love hard magic. I love it when magic is properly explained to me and not just waved away, which is also why I really enjoy Frieren, because there's a magical school, and then there's like reason and logic as to why magic works there. What else do I not like? I don't think I enjoyed ReZero. It's soft like Gon. Oh, so like Ging. Okay. That makes sense. But the premise of Hunter x Hunter is funny because you have a dad that left out for like cigarettes and milk one day, and your 8-year-old self is like, wow, my dad left me for for a job when I was 8 years old. And because he loves me so much, he wouldn't have done that if he didn't love his job more. So I should go and do his job too. Like imagine that. Imagine if your dad was like, I don't know, what's a relatable career, like a firefighter, and he left your entire family to go be a firefighter in San Francisco. So now you and your poor 8-year-old not stepbrother. I think he's like a nephew. I think he's the nephew of the woman that he lives with. So you and your 8-year-old nephew are over here living in Nantucket. What state are you in? Boston, Nantucket, Massachusetts, and you're like, wow, my dad left me to be a firefighter in San Francisco. I should go and do that. I should go and travel 42 hours to San Francisco and also be a fire. Like, oh, hello? Hello? I would never, if my dad left me, I'd actually be really sad. I'd actually be really, really sad. And I wouldn't do anything for the rest of my life. Oh, I'm so sorry, Nira. Boston. I really like the Hunter x Hunter. Also, people can develop special abilities through their passion, like writing poems. Yes! Like, you are not bored with the power. You are not bored with Nen. You have to train that. You have to be extremely passionate about what you love and what you appreciate. And you just, oh, it's so good. It's so good. I'm gonna rewatch Hunter x Hunter, and I'm gonna, like, write my entire, I don't know. I don't know what I would write. A dissertation. I'm not in school anymore. If my dad left me. I want to keep watching To Your Eternity, but I don't have anyone to talk about it with. To Your Eternity. Wait. What's the Japanese for this? What is the Japanese for this? Fumetsu no Anata? Have I read this? Oh, okay. I didn't know if there was an anime, but I'll read the manga for it so I can yap about it with you. I will come back a knowledgeable woman, okay? And then we'll talk more about anime. But you can be that 1 in a million, like Gon and Killua. Oh, I like the sister too. I like to think that I am a protagonist in my own show, but realistically, Realistically, I'm gonna change my mind. I'm gonna change my mindset. Actually, maybe I am a protagonist. I should change how I view things. I saw a tweet earlier about like life becomes so much better if you if you think of yourself as like a character or a third person in this world, and you're interacting with it from a like a different person, you know, like a third person perspective. And I was like, I can see that working. Weird as your side. That is not true, Nero. That is so not true. I feel like I am a supporting character. Organic Kidwa boyfriends? I like to think so. I think so. It depends on who you ask. I'd rather pick the protagonist. I tend to have tragic backgrounds, not all of them, but the odds are usually against them. I'm gonna be a protagonist in a happy-go-lucky anime. Cute girls do cute things type of anime. I'm going to. I am like magical girl brained because I saw so much magical girl stuff at offkai. Sorry, not at offkai. In LA, there was a little pop-up booth that I visited for a little bit, and they had like Shugotara, Cardcaptor Sakura, Tokyo Mew Mew, what's the other one? Precure. They had a lot of merch for it, and now I kind of want to watch more magical girl stuff. If I could choose to be a protagonist in any genre, it would be high school drama. I want to be the bully that like spills milk on you or something. I feel like that'd be a lot of fun. I've never got a chance to spill milk on anyone, and I feel like that's the only opportunity I can do that in. Yeah. Mean girl. I want to be one of those mean gyarus. Otaku losers. Otaku loser reading your manga during homeroom. Gross. Someone did to me and I beat his ass. Good, Ballas. Don't take anyone's shit, okay? I believe in you. I don't condone violence, but if violence happens to me, I will respond appropriately, which will usually just mean like running away, because I don't think I would be strong enough to do any damage. But like, I can imagine. I wanna be like what's her name? Nagatoro? Oh, I'm sorry, Souffle, the redeems don't work on stream today. I pinned it, but I'll try and redeem it if I remember. I'm too sweet to be a bully, but this is my chance. Can I get like 3 people to sit down? You have to be sitting down for this, otherwise I like can't reach the top of your head. But like, you would have the squeaky. No, I would be big and scary. I would be huge. I would be actually, you don't need to kneel down for me to pour milk on you. I would have you guys like all the way up there, all the way, like standing normally, like a normal person. And then, oh no. Milk happens in the cafeteria. Okay, you would be sitting down in the cafeteria reading your manga, and then it's about like Gundams or whatever, and then I come up to you and it's like, Gundam, what a loser show. and then you go, how do you know what Gundam is if you've never seen the show before? And then I go, stupid idiot, and I pour milk on you. And it's like chocolate milk or something, so it stains your clothes, and now it looks like you peed yourself. And then that would be like my opening scene, and then I would never appear ever again because I'm just a side character. Then I'll waste more. School Live was a nice show, but happy-go-lucky protagonists? Is that an idol anime? I love School Live! Oh, she's so cute. I love that show. Actually, I didn't watch the show. I read the manga. Very, very, very cute. You become first girl of the harem? First? You know what happens to the first girls? I think we get married because I think it's legal. You can only get married legally to like one person. And if you're in a harem and you don't marry your first girl, then like you're in it for the wrong reasons. You should love her first. Happy to see you back. Thank you, Souffle. I'm happy to be back. I'm happy. I missed being on my computer. I had my phone on me, but I My main phone is a flip phone, so a lot of the pictures that I take are very blurry, and they're like 400 pixels by 200 pixels. So I can show those, but they're not very high quality. And then my travel phone has data on it, so I can just load up all of my like travel info and stuff. She really is old. It's cute. It's cute. It's called Gap Moe. Okay, imagine a 64-year-old woman with a really cute and decorated flip phone. Is that the cutest thing ever? Wouldn't that be the cutest thing you've ever seen in your entire life? Hayakuna, there were two girlfriends to start with, and no one can agree who was first. Oh, I actually really like Hayakano. I've not seen it. I've not seen or read any of it, but there is a character that was recently introduced in the anime, and I think she's my type. So I might pick it up for her, and I feel like they do the harem stuff like really well. So I might start reading it. She wants to be Gap Moe. I am Gap Moe. I'm Gap Moe. Okay, imagine like what do I look like IRL? Have you watched Gintama? I want to. I know of it. It's the one where he's got like the blue hair, and there's a lot of anime references in Gintama. And at the time of my introduction to the show, I had not been well versed in the anime language and anime tropes, so it was like kind of a waste for me to try it at the time. Even now, I still kind of feel like a LARPer. I don't think I know everything about anime and manga, but and then I like, but then again, I do spend a lot of my time watching anime or reading manga, so maybe I am a lot better at it than I thought. A lot of it is Japanese pop culture. That's what I've been told. I've been told that a lot of it's like you have to just know, and I don't know if the stuff is dated, like if you know, if the show is 2000, 2001, 2002, and I don't know anime stuff from 2002, could I still watch it as someone today? You know enough. I feel like a LARPer. I don't. Okay, I gatekeep. I am pro gatekeep for some of my hobbies. I draw the line at gatekeeping informational stuff. Like if I'm trying to figure out how a software or a program works, don't gatekeep that because it's purely educational. But like, but then I'm like, oh, but what if I'm on the other side of the fence? What if I'm actually like really bad at what I do? And I'm just lying to everybody about how much smarter I am than you. Cardcaptor Sakura was my first ever manga, and I love Sakura so much. I love her so much. I forget the name of her friend. The one that was taking the photos all the time. But when I was younger, I had a really big thing for her friend. I thought she was really cute. Tomoyo! Wow, Far is like an encyclopedia. I feel like you know everything. My first ever email when I turned 13, I made it. My profile picture is of Cerberus because I thought that he was like a really cute little fella. And I wanted for the longest time to do a Cardcaptor Sakura themed cosplay because I think her costumes are just so adorable in the manga. Unfortunately, not all of the outfits got animated, so I don't have a lot of references for the stuff I think is really cute. Have you seen Azumanga Daioh? I have not. I don't think so. Oh yes, I have. I read some of the manga, but I have not watched any of the anime. I think she is really cute. Sata Andagi? See, this is my LARPer is coming out because I feel like I should know some of this stuff, but I really haven't yet. I am currently trying to read through Umineko, but I am doing it very poorly in that I'm playing it in the Japanese. In Japanese, so I could learn it as I'm reading it. But when you're starting from like very limited vocabulary and no kanji at all, it's very hard to get through. Any visual novel really. But I wanted to read Umineko in its original original intent language. I feel like I know a fair amount. It's not good with names. I feel like I know tropes. I feel like I know, I don't know. It's hard because I don't want to take a quiz, and I know that if I do, I'll get like a 20% on it. But I feel less of a LARPer when I interact with normal people, because I would say a word like everybody knows, and they're like, what? Huh? What's that? And it's like even if I try to talk about like dairy types, not everyone gets it, and it's like, this is very basic 101 knowledge for me. I feel like everyone should know what a dairy is, but then I feel a little better about my LARPer status, because I'm not that bad. Like, I feel like I know things, but I have a hard time recalling it. Dairy? Dere? D-E-R-E? Like tsundere. Is the very popular one of like a shy girl who's secretly in love with you. I think you're being too hard on yourself with the anime stuff. There's too much media. There is a lot of media. Back then, media was very curated. If a show was not good, if a show did not have any cultural relevance, it would just never make it to the West Side. It is so easy now to access any anime show you ever want to watch in the entire world. And the downside to that is that it turns out that even back then, we were making hot garbage. Like, not every show is as good as people say it is. So we have survivorship bias. Again, always that. We have survivorship bias in the nostalgia of like, well, every movie back then was a banger. And it's like, no. Every movie back then that you remember was a banger. Otherwise, you'd never see the light of day for it, you know? Did it? I wanted to be a hime dere. Can I be a hime? I want to be a princess. You really think... I'm gonna change my type. We get the unfiltered tap now. Yeah, exactly. And then people, okay, this is why I am a little bit like pro gatekeep, because it is so easy. It is so easy to find good stuff out there. And I think that we should reward that good behavior by letting them experience it for themselves. Like, yeah, you can sit in your normie cell and just watch JJK and What's another normie show? I actually don't really know. JJK is very popular. Oh, Kimetsu no Yaiba. What other shows? Like, what are shows my parents would know? I don't have like a hime did. I don't know how to princess laugh, but if I learned, okay, it'd be over for all of you. Naruto and DBZ. I'd say Naruto and DBZ are pretty normie, because they're so easily accessible. But like, I was thinking more like recent anime, because that stuff is, new gens today would not watch DBZ. Boku no Hero, it's another one. This is the second stream I've heard JJK on. Heard it's pretty dark. I liked it. I really enjoyed it. I read the manga first, and then I found a clip of the anime and was like, so now I watch the anime, because I feel like there's a very, very pretty like dance to the fight scenes that you just can't see in the manga form. I will go back and read the manga when the anime is finished, but I have caught up on JJK, and I'm really enjoying it. I'm not saying that like, oh, you're a fake otaku because you've only seen one show at JJK, but like, there are so many great gems out there, but when you see, all you see is slop. Like, all you are presented with is this garbage like isekai. Vending Machine was actually pretty good, so no hate on Vending Machine, but like the isekai harem, whatever, Truck-kun kills me and destroys my family, and I get reincarnated into my third world or something. Hi Lena, hello. Attack on Titan, Shingeki no Kyojin's also. Is that normie? I think so. Maybe one of the earliest ones, I would say. Chainsaw Man, I'd say it's pretty normal. If it's a show I can see on a t-shirt at a Hot Topic or like in a mall, I'll say it's a pretty normie show. I'm normie in the context of it being easily accessible. That is my definition of normie. One Punch, yeah, One Punch is also pretty normie. And then you get like, there are so many great shows, and if you are really interested in exploring anime culture, then I will, like, you will be rewarded by, sorry, your curiosity will be self-rewarded by finding those shows on your own. Like, I'm not gonna go like, you're a fake fan because you've only seen 4 shows, but I am going to gatekeep my shows because I know I've talked to enough people to know that my taste and preference in my shows and characters are not always welcomed. So I'm not going to expose myself. I'm not going to let myself be vulnerable to you in a way that is going to, like, you know, like, open myself to these uneducated attacks on stuff that you don't know, like, you don't know the history about, you don't know the culture around it. I've watched BL. I'm not even gonna hate, like, I don't hate it. There is a 90s anime here on YouTube for Dragon Quest called Legend of Hero Able. I love Dragon Quest. I really want to watch like DBZ, but it's so overwhelming. I think DBZ Kai has been recommended to me as like a short version of it, like it's cut and stuff, so you skip all the filler. But then I feel like a LARPer because I feel like I'm watching One Piece and not One Piece. Have I watched One Piece? I have. I am not caught up. I've actually given up on One Piece. I am smart enough to know when is enough, and after the hiatus back in April, I watched like 3 episodes and then decided it wasn't for me anymore. One Piece, I'm sorry, Nira, I'm sorry. You're almost done, so you're almost all caught up. I think I stopped when we got to the, can I talk about One Piece? This is like 3 months of backlog. I'm at the part where the crew is in a giant, like, playpen, and the entire world is built with like Lego bricks, and I was like, oh, I've watched 3 episodes and like 2 things have happened in the last hour and a half, so maybe I move on to a better show. I think that it's okay to drop stuff and not feel like ashamed about it, you know? 1123. I don't know what episode that would be. Oh, okay, wait. No, we are, yeah, that was not a spoiler for you. You have seen this already. No, you have not. I'm gonna stop talking. I think you're still in Wano. Wait. Why is IMDb telling me you're still in Wano? Okay, AI recap. You are still in Wano. I will not talk about it. I love One Piece, but I don't like being caught up because it takes a couple episodes for something to happen. Yeah, and it feels like a bog. I'm sad that Toei, unfortunately, is the animators for One Piece, because I feel like in a different studio's hands, One Piece could have been like the best anime ever. I enjoy the cast. I do not enjoy the author, but I enjoy the crew and the interactions, and like, I just feel like it could have been treated with better respect if it had been handed off to somebody else. They are remaking One Piece. I think it's Studio Wit? No. Is it Studio Wit? Have you read the Pokemon Adventures manga? Yes! My favorite series ever for Pokemon is Yellow. And that was like an awakening for me when I was younger. Yeah, Studio Wit. They did... Oh, damn, did they do... They did Vinland Saga, right? I really enjoyed Vinland Saga. What episode number are you on? I am caught up. Sorry, not caught up. I don't remember. I don't keep track of episode numbers anymore because there's just so many. I wish I could tell you though. But I am further than you, so I'll try not to spoil anything. It looks like you're still in Wano. Oh my god, not Wano. Egghead, oh my god. I was thinking about Wano. Egghead, you're still an egghead, and I'm past that, so I just won't say anything. I was supposed to talk about offkai this entire stream, but I ended up just not doing that. Is anyone still interested in hearing about offkai, or should I just keep rambling about other things? I will slightly relay back on that way. To no one's surprise. Can you all act a little bit surprised? Act a little shocked, okay? TYU'NA at offkai. I was at offkai on Thursday, Friday. No, yeah, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. It really is a TYU'NA Tuesday. I got so distracted. I was like, wait. We had a topic on hand today. Okay, we were yapping about something specific. Okay, so an ad will start in a minute and a half. I will try and ramble as much as like, but then the ad will be for another 3 minutes. Okay, I'll just start my offkai ramble now. Did you get merch? I did. Okay, so I circling back. I was there for the Surge concert because my Kamioshi was performing, and she performed it live. So it was a 3D concert with let's see if I can remember the other guests. It was her and Rocky. I don't know if you are aware of these names. I'll see if I can link them somewhere on the Discord. Because I don't want to shout out the wrong people. I will only talk about Rocky, Lazuli, and Pillow Deer because they were who I came for the concert for. It's the Mind Palace. Okay, I'm just walking around and I'm stumbling over things. But I got merch of my Kamioshi Lazuli. And I'm building my shrine. I will be doing that soon. Hello, Judge. Welcome. Happy Thursday. I do not play Honkai Star Rail. The only gachas I play are Blue Archive, which is now on hold. I'm not playing Blue Archive in protest of Nexon, and I am playing the new Holodori, which is the new gacha for Hololive. Shrine Jinja. What is Jinja? But I have a couple of standees now of Mocha-tan. Because I think she's really cute. Unfortunately, no standees of Lazuli because I think by the time I got to a lot of them, the ones that I wanted were unavailable. I was only able to visit the Artist Alley on Sunday, which makes me sad. I tried to visit it on Saturday, but a lot of the concerts I wanted to go to were like an hour apart from each other, which isn't really a lot of time to go between like traveling from one venue to another. Checkies! I don't know what that is. You know the scene in that Tarantino movie where he pulls out 3 fingers? You can't pull out lingo, VTuber lingo, and tell me you don't know what that is. A Checkie is a signed Polaroid, like a signed photo, usually a Polaroid of a VTuber or an idol. Outside of VTuber culture, it is used for like K-pop groups. Japanese idols will have signed Checkie events. Good morning, unknown. Hello. And then if you meet the idol in person, usually they can get you to sign it during the meet and greets. But the way Checkies traditionally work is that actually in a group of idols, like say you have 5, you'll get a splay of 5 Checkies face down, and then you pick one of the 5 one of the 5 idols. So it's random who you get. But the reason they do it that way is to encourage the visitors or the fans to meet with each other and then trade for the one that they want. So VTubing is the last thing I associate with idol culture these days, to be honest. I am an elitist, and I'm happy that VTubing has become as widespread as it is. Offkai could only be as big as it is because of the different types of VTubers that we have. But I do kind of miss the idol culture of being a VTuber. Hololive, I think, was the biggest motivator or the biggest introduction for new fans back in 2020. And when we lose those roots, I get a little sad because I feel like we're not really honoring the VTubers that came before us because we're not idols anymore. There are some Hololive gamers, like there is a specific generation for that reason, but I feel like a lot of Western VTubers just aren't traditional VTubers anymore. And a part of me misses it, and the other half of me is like, that's great. Like, you don't have to be an idol to be a VTuber. But I just wish that they were more respectful of that history than just like being an anime girl that plays video games. But I'm calling myself out because that's what I am. I don't like idols personally. That's probably why I didn't get into them early on. No, I think that's fair. I like that you can choose now. If you don't want an idol VTuber, then you don't have to follow an idol VTuber. But I will ultimately respect VTubers more if they understand that. Like, you don't have to be an idol, but you have to understand that there are idol parts of being a VTuber that even if you don't like, you still have to kind of respect. I appreciate the insight. I've had some idea involved the polar. It does! I'm actually trying to see, wait. Actually, I'll talk about that. I'll talk about it now. For anyone that was interested in it before, because I know it had been brought up some time ago, I do have a throne page that I properly set up this time. So I added some stuff on there, and one of them is a Polaroid like printer. So you don't need to take live photos anymore for the Polaroid photos to print out. You can actually use a printer to get a photo on your phone with the same overlay. So I can now make and print like TYU'NA checkies. So that's just put up on my throne. What happened with Nexon? They changed the gacha rate, CEO. They changed the gachas. It's now following the Genshin system where you have to roll a certain number of times to hit the 50-50 pity. And once you hit one of the 5 stars, your percentages or your pity count resets. So the consensus is now it's more expensive to fully cap your favorite characters, even if it might be easier to get more of them. There's like it's technically easier now to get your favorite character once you roll in the banner, but it's harder to like fully max them out. It was already kind of rough as a free-to-play. Yeah, I want to keep playing, and I'm so sad because they released a swimsuit skin of one of my favorite characters ever in like at the same time as the announcement for the gacha rolls change. I want to say it's only on the JP side right now. It has not hit global yet, but like when it does, I don't know. I don't know if I'll keep playing it after then. Kisaki, Ibuki. There's a swimsuit skin for Ibuki, or I don't know if it's a skin or if it's just a live 2D. But there's artwork of her, and I think there's an event for her too. Yeah. There was some like giving idol culture for the fans while they do things that are comfy with too. Oh yeah, I like idol culture. I was following it even before VTubers were like a thing in my peripheral. So like meet and greets are so much fun. And then like, I don't know, I like checkies. I really like being able to just like sign something, but it's really hard to do all of that when you're, you know, a virtual character that doesn't really physically meet your fans. Hello TJ, hello. My friend is gonna have to sell her house when they run the shupos again. But just, we have to, I want to boycott. Horns on Ibuki. Oh, I think Iroha also got a new skin too. Or if not, then they got new live 2D wallpapers. Because I definitely remember seeing Ibuki's new swimsuit. Blue Archive. I hate Nexon. I heard Nexon also destroyed Maple Story. I was not playing Maple Story, so I don't have the first hand stories for that. But like, Nexon. Anyways, I'm getting distracted again. Okay. We're talking about idol culture? No, we're talking about offkai. Oh, yeah, so I did do some meet and greets. I went to them. I have decided Crazy monetization. Yeah, crazy monetization. I also think that Nexon got a new CEO, which is I'm hearing is a big contributor to why these changes are being pushed out. I don't know if that's true or not. I'm not like that into the development part or like the nitty-gritty numbers of Blue Archive, but that's what I've been seeing. Do I sing or consider it? Your voice register is nice. I actually, during offkai, I went to karaoke night with a couple of my friends, and I am very soft-spoken IRL. Like I kind of feel like I'm yelling when I'm streaming, so my voice gets really muddled out when I'm doing karaoke because I'm just so quiet. But I like to listen to songs that are not physically capable with my voice, if that makes any sense. I listen to a lot of like Linkin Park. Red Hot Chili Peppers is like really big for me, and I don't sound like that. So it makes me sad because I wanna like belt, but I don't have the power. They all speak softly during interviews. Maybe it's like to like save their voice, you know, for their performances and stuff. Maybe that's my copium. Maybe I am a singer. A lot of VTubers will do like Japanese songs and stuff too. I cannot speak Japanese and my pronunciation is very wrong. So if I were, well, okay, a little spoiler. I am planning to debut my 2.0 sometime in November this year, and I have a song cover that I want to release with it. It's a very basic song, very generic, very like white girl song. or I guess more like white dad song, but like I want to be an idol because it's what I've admired for so long for all of my like Oshis. So having something like that just makes it feel like a little more real, you know? Like I am a VTuber, but I also want to be an idol. You want me to be a Vocaloid? Anyone want my voice bank? I feel like I sound stupid. I've made a much different playlist for you. Okay, wait. I need to respond to so many messages because for the last like 4 weeks, I've been doing offkai prep because I wanted to get like, I wanted this year's offkai to be TYU'NA going as a VTuber, but I feel like this year I enjoyed going as a VTuber fan more than I did going as a VTuber like content creator, if that makes any sense. Like I didn't advertise myself at all during offkai, and I feel like a lot of the VTuber friends I did go to had like stickers and keychains and business cards and like fans handing stuff out and advertising for them. But really, now I'm really shy. I've never made a voice bank before, but now I kind of want to try and see what that would look like. If somebody wants to, how do I do that? I have a friend who's an Utauloid, so maybe I can ask her how she did it. I need to carry the merch, TYU'NA. I know! I was like, I had plans on making like keychains and stickers for it. I had a couple stickers, but when I went to go introduce myself as like, oh, I'm TYU'NA, VTuber. I am a VTuber. I felt really awkward. Like I didn't want to advertise because, or sorry, if I was meeting someone and they were here for somebody else, I felt wrong advertising myself because it's not my community, you know, like I don't want to feel like I'm slimy and taking things from people. So going as a VTuber fan at offkai was incredible. It was incredibly fun. There were lots of concerts that you could have gone to, lots of panels that were like informational. How to Oshikatsu your Oshi. It was like, oh, that was so cute. I love Oshikatsu so much. I want to start taking more photos of like my Lazuli stuff because I just love her a lot. But I have to get over like the embarrassing part of being seen in public with like stuff I enjoy. You know, it's like you gotta take out your little plushie and you gotta take out your little keychain and standee and be like, I'm having dinner with Lazuli. It's like, I think that stuff is so cute. I think I would like die if someone did oshikatsu of me, and like just like took me places. But like all of that is stuff as a VTuber fan and not as a VTuber content creator. Say, I would be so embarrassed though. I would really, not embarrassed. I'd get really shy if he took me out for like lunch or something. I'd be like, oh, thank you for feeding me. I just think that oshikatsu is so cute. My tuna cardboard cutout. You know how there were so many cutouts at offkai. There was a thing called Standee Safari, which is where they took all of the cutouts and put them in like a room together, and you could explore and like find out different characters you've never, or different VTubers you've never seen before, and they would like, you know, QR codes or something. But shipping a cardboard cutout, I heard, is really expensive. I kind of wish I made one for TYU'NA, but if I go next year, I think I would do that. I think I would go a little more professional and get a cutout, get out some like ribbons or something, and then like actually do a formal meet and greet. I think that'd be a lot of fun. Station, but you have so much talent in what you do. I always believe no one's gonna promote you better than yourself, but I totally get where you're coming from. It is like I know that the point of VTubers going to offkai is to meet other VTubers and kind of advertise or kind of like find mutuals that you could make content with. But as someone who kind of keeps to herself, how does one do that without sounding like, one, a shill, and two, like I'm trying to steal your viewers? Because that's not my intention. I would never go out there and be like, who would I? I need a name of a fake VTuber. Sakura over there, and I can steal her fans and have them convert to Remy's. Like I would never intentionally do that to anybody. But anytime I met with a VTuber and they were like, oh, I'm here for so and so, I'd be like, oh, well, I'm a VTuber too. I was like, ugh, I feel slimy. I don't want to do that. There are a few I did know and see. I tried to win the auction for Lotto outfit by just a little bit. Yeah, I don't know what I would. Oh my god, if I won the Lazuli standee, I would probably like cry. but I don't have that income, or I don't have that space either. I wouldn't know what to do with the cardboard cutout. I don't even know how to make friends without sounding like a weirdo. Me neither. I was really lucky in that a lot of my current friends as VTubers were people who reached out to me because I stay in my shell a lot. I feel like I struggle a little bit to make meaningful connections with people without sounding like a loser. Because I don't talk. And I don't know how to do that without being like, yeah, my interests are just like being online and talking to my friends, and yeah, I think that consoles are actually superior to your inter-network of digital games. I feel like the superiority of my disc will beat your digital library by tons. Treading these waters for the sake of balancing act, but your intentions are so honest that you would come off that way. That means so much to me, Farmer. Yeah, you think I'm pure? I'm actually evil. We created a universe where I am a Gyaru bully and you guys are my otaku what do they call the people that they bully? Victims. Yeah, you guys would be my victims. What are discs in the big 2026? Yeah, what's that like? I still have empty CDs that I go to the library, I check out whatever CD, whatever I want, and then I burn it. I burn my discs. I'm sorry, but I am not gonna be paying for Spotify in 2026. You will never ever watch me pay for YouTube music, okay? I'll buy SoundCloud or whatever. I'll buy your Bandcamp, but I will never pay for a subscription. I just love physical media too much to ever let that go. You preserve for posterity. Oh, yeah. I am making a historical monument in my bedroom. That is why. I love Spotify, but I also use workarounds. Have you heard of this magical thing called a pie hole? It eats away your ads. It actually like redirects traffic so that it doesn't get to your computers or your cell phones. Not saying that it's worth spending the money on, but if you had like $60 to spend and you were like, man, what am I gonna spend my $60 on? I don't know. I could think of a few things. Would you really check out a randos Bandcamp? When I was younger, when like in high school and early university, I would just buy random Bandcamp like music songs. My favorite, wait, this might out me as actually like kind of a loser. My favorite band in high school was an indie group, which I can never find the name for anymore. I do believe they're on Spotify now. Let me see if I can find them. I want to find you. Indie pop group. They're so indie, I actually forgot who they were. Weren't pies in very short supply, or is it good now? Very short supply. I am upset at how expensive Raspberry Pis are at your local Micro Center because I don't know if they upcharge it. It's not Micro Center's fault. It's not their fault. But like, why would I ever pay like $200 for a mini computer? I can think of a good couple of reasons why, but like they get pretty pricey. You don't need a very fancy Raspberry Pi. Like I think I have a Pi 4 with one or two, I think one gigabyte of RAM, and then my Pi emulator for my replay is a Raspberry Pi 5 with, I believe, two gigabytes of RAM. You mean you weren't outed already? No, I am not a loser. I am a what is the opposite of a loser? Oh, winner. No, that's cringe. Superior. Yeah, I am your superior. I am better than you. That makes me sad to say, actually. That makes me really sad. Who's on Spotify now? That's what I'm trying to find. They're an indie group that I listened to when I was in high school, but I can never remember their name. And as soon as I end stream today, I'm gonna be like, oh, it's that group. Remember? I bought like 5 of their CDs when they first came out. I was like, oh, I did do that. A Pi hole is very good. A used Pi 4 is more than enough for the job. Yeah, exactly. You don't need anything fancy. I don't know. The real reason why I got a Pi 4 for my Pi hole is because I found this really cute case in the shape of a PS2, and it only fit the Pi 4. So I was like, well, now I gotta get the Pi 4, right? So that my Pi 5 is in a case in the shape of an N64. It's atomic blue, only available in Japan, and it's very cute, fits in my hand. But that is what I use to emulate my games. I have a Bandcamp, and I make CDs too. Oh, you make music, Farmer? I trust you. Can I get your link? Can I get it? I am not genre-phobic. I feel like I'm very open to most music types, but I am biased to like rock stuff. I really like classic rock. Some even might call it emo rock or whatever, but like whatever floats your shingles. But now I gotta find it. Oh, so speaking of music, actually, I went to most of the concerts at offkai. I am not genre-phobic. I am open to most things. I am just a hater for like bad songs. And I feel like every genre has a bad song in it. Farmertron Automatic. Farmer Tron Automatic. Childish Gambino! Okay, I like his stuff. Okay, I will check it out. I got Winding Machine Manufacturer. I'm going to assume that is not you. And revamp my search. Okay, I'll check it out off stream. Now your name makes sense. I feel like every genre of music has a bad song in it. So if you say, oh, I hate country music, it's like, no, you hate country music that you think is bad. Listen to good country music and you'll change your mind. If you allow music, or if you allow your music to be played during stream, I kind of wanted to change the way I did things and had like actual songs playing in the background, but I am worried about getting DMCA'd, so if you allow that, then I would be open to listening to it more on here too, although very quietly, because I do tend to yap over things very, very often. So I went to the concerts at Offkai, and oh my gosh, maybe it's because my ears are old and I can't hear very well, but a lot of the time, thank you, okay, thank you, Farmer, thank you. I will keep that in mind. Oh, maybe I can play it over like BRB scenes too, you know? No need to buy, no way. First of all, oh, that explains why you know so much about Texas. I should have caught that actually from your name alone. The gears should have clicked much sooner. I never connected the dots, wow. Do you have physical CDs actually? Do people still sell physical CDs? Blah. No CDs. Do you even have BRB screens? Nope. No, never thought your hair would be bad with them big ol' ears. I took a hearing test and I can't hear anything above, I think, like 13,000 hertz. And if you tell me like, oh, but actually you can still hear the ringing, it's still going, you're a liar. The video ended like 13,000 hertz ago, so you're actually lying to me right now, and there's nothing happening in this video. Bible Melon, do you feel you end up liking? Thank you! Okay, I don't know if you're in the Discord, but we can figure out the details for that off stream. I don't want to have you like dox yourself accidentally or something, you know? Because you're always yapping over everything. It's true! Why does it hurt if it's true? I yap during movies. I'm a yapper, which is why I respect everyone in public. And wait, I will respect everyone in public and not watch it in theaters. I am silent in theaters, okay? I am not one of those hooligans that like that talk on FaceTime and stuff. But I prefer watching movies at home because I may pause. Wait a second, let's talk about that, and then replay. You know, like that's how I enjoy movies. Except we mute in our server watch parties. So here's the thing. I might be muted on Discord. I am yapping. If I am watching that movie with someone on my big giant TV in my living room, I am talking through the movie. You just can't see it because obviously I'm muted. Hello, Azrael. A Brit has arrived to colonize the pet VTuber. A pet? I'll have you know. I think I'd have like 2 weapons on me if you tried to like grab me. I got my horns first, and then I got a warning bell. Does that count? Can I have my bell as a weapon? I'm not too Discord savvy. No worries. I love talking about movies during it also. I just think movies, 73 guns. And you're not American? I feel like movies are way more fun when you're talking. Exactly, Kronos! Exactly! I'm so glad you guys understand. I'm so glad. Like, I just think movies, I am a community experiencer. I love experiencing things with people. And I like movies. Yeah, I'll talk through it. Dinner, I don't eat dinner alone. I always eat dinner with someone because and when I was in college actually, and there was like no one to have dinner with, I would either like find a random person. Hello, Rin. Hello. Happy Thursday. I just burped. That's really embarrassing. When I was in college, if I had no one, like none of my friends, they were all busy or something, I would just sit with people. I would just find someone, be like, hey, I'm TYU'NA. Yeah. And I would just like interact with people because I just feel like I don't like eating dinner alone. And if I felt too awkward to do that, I would just like FaceTime my siblings or something and be like, hey, I'm eating dinner, please don't leave me alone. And I would just eat with them. Like, I don't experience things alone because it's scary, and I also just think it's way more fun having people around you anyway, you know? So movie theaters, I have a hard time enjoying because I have to stay quiet. So I will watch them at home. And then, what else do I do? I could never, when you get over the hump of like, oh, I am bad at talking. Like, is it true? Is it true that I'm incredibly horrible at socializing? Yes, but I will make conversation as like a challenge to myself, because the worst thing that could happen to me right now is I get escorted off the premises and then I have to find somewhere else to eat. Like, in the grand scheme of things, in the giant grand scheme of life that is everything ever, that's not bad. And the best thing ever is I could make a really good friend, you know? Like if you think about it that way, it's nature stimming. Like, you just gotta like just talk to people. And the great thing about talking to strangers is that there's usually, as long as you're not a creep, as long as you're not like a weirdo that's like here to hit on women and ladies, which is never my intention. I'm always very upfront of like, hey, I'm just a guy being a guy. If you're upfront about like, I just want to make friends, strangers are generally pretty kind, and it's not bad. It is much easier as a cute girl. That is also true. I am not intimidating. Actually, no. I can be pretty scary. I can like freak some people out if I really wanted to, but I don't do that. At least I don't think I do that unintentionally. Strangers have been horribly unkind to me. It's hard. I don't think I have pretty privilege. I think I just look like a normal person. But I am small and I am a girl, and I do realize that like that stranger will do nothing to me. You know, like there is no physical threat of someone like me interacting with you as a stranger. So it's easier for me, and I do take that. I do take advantage of that when I'm interacting with people, because I know they'll be more open to talking to me. Just one of the homies. Like, I'm just one of the guys. Pals being pals. I don't think I've ever seen you scary in all the years I've ever known you. Oh, I feel like I get scary when I'm like silent. I ruminate. Like, I get in one of my moods or something and I'm like, ugh, I hate everybody. I hate everything and everybody. And sometimes I get in those moods when I'm out with friends and I'm like, I gotta stop doing this. I gotta stop sulking. But also at the same time, life sucks and everything hates me. Hello, Mini Tanku. Hello, Mini Tanku. I just realized that you're literally a tank. Like, that is who you are. That makes sense. I don't... First time seeing your profile picture. True. So true. But yeah, socializing is hard and I don't like doing it. But I also know and recognize that as a fish human, in a society, you have to be cooperative, whatever, and likable to survive. So I try my best to do both of those things. Where was I going off on this tangent for? Where is this going? I actually don't remember. I was just yapping about something and then I forgot what it was about. What else happened at offkai? Oh, the food! I spent so much money on... Oh my gosh. San Jose is so expensive. I went to a bar in... No. this was not San Diego, this was LA. I went to a bar and I think I got served like the best drink in my entire life and nothing could ever recreate it. It's called the Velvet Banana. And it's only served in banana drink. Banana velvet? Wait, what's it called again? Okay, where is your menu? Menu? Here it is. Where are you? Okay, called the Velvet Banana, and it was in Strongwater, Anaheim. When I was in LA. Meow, hello. Sorry, just burped again. And it's a drink of chocolate, coffee, and banana. It was like rum or something. But like, I'm not a big drinker. I will usually just default to like a good old vodka cranberry if I was like drinking socially. But like, that drink is probably like everything ever in the rest of my life will be compared to how yummy that drink was. I love chocolate, I love coffee, and I love banana. And this is like, it was just perfect for me. It was very expensive though. It was like $20-ish or something. But also you're in LA, so I feel like everything is just doubled in price when you're in California. Very expensive. But oh my god, it was so yummy. I want to recreate it here, but I don't drink often enough to really justify buying like rum and stuff. Coffee? Yeah. Speaking of coffee, if anyone is curious about where my coffee adventures took me, I made some coffee milk 2 days ago, back on Tuesday. As soon as I landed. No, that's not true. When I woke up from my nap after I landed, I made myself a cup of I steeped my coffee in my milk, as I usually do to make my coffee milk, and I forgot about it the next day, so it was steeping there for like at least 24 hours, and me being incredibly smart, incredibly intelligent, was like, oh, I'll just take it out now. But then I forgot about it after I stood up, so I let it steep again for another like 12 hours, and then I remembered 36 hours later. So I had coffee milk, where the coffee grounds were like steeping in there for around 36 hours, and it was the best coffee milk I'd ever made, like ever, which makes me really sad. I love coffee milk. I love it so much. It was so good. It was so good, and I'm so sad because now I have to wait 36 hours to recreate that masterpiece. And I was like, oh, I'll be fine. Like, I used to just wait like one night and then get it in the morning or something. But now I have to wait a day and a half. Worst like revelation in my existence. Because now I'm thinking, what if I just never removed the coffee beans? What if I just never strained them out? And then as I'm pouring my coffee milk, I just let it like, I just like pour it into a strainer, and then I never have to, like, I let it steep forever. Did you hear my tummy? Is that why you're saying that? Because my tummy did just grumble a little bit, and now I'm a little bit shy. Oh, the perpetual coffee. Just have 3 going at all times. You can have one every 12 hours. So I make them in batches. I usually make like 3 cups or so in one. It rumbled again. No, that's so embarrassing. That's so embarrassing. I had a taiyaki for breakfast and a cup of coffee milk right after. Where are the tuna snacks? I am so embarrassed. No. I was like, no, it could have been quiet. It could have been a little quiet. Nobody could hear it, right? Can you guys pretend you didn't hear it? I probably have to end soon because I have an ad starting in like 23 minutes on Twitch, and I want to make sure I end stream before the ads play again. Thank you. Nope. Thank you. I appreciate it. Nothing happened. nothing happened. Nothing happened on the last 5 minutes. But now the real attempt is going to be trying to make banana milk. How do you even milk a banana? I haven't figured that part out yet, because I'm sure they just use like banana puree or something, but I want to make it with like actual bananas. Nothing tastes better than banana milk. 50-50. Coffee milk is also pretty good. The real reason why I started drinking coffee milk, or started making my own coffee milk, is because at the grocery store they're like $1 a juice box, and I'm like, do you think I'm rich? Do you think I can afford $6 per pack of 6 juice boxes? Soak bananas in milk, there you go. It actually might be that way, because the way you make almond milk is similar. Where you just like soak the almonds in water and then you keep, I don't know. There's like a special way to do it, but it might just be letting my bananas sit in my milk for like 36 hours and seeing what happens. And then I get milk-soaked bananas at the end. Interesting. Okay. I think that was like all that happened at offkai. Oh, I do love a banana bread. Do you only like coffee milk or enjoy milk tea too? I like milk tea. I only like black tea with my milk, or yeah. I only like black tea with milk. I think if you add milk to green tea, you're a heathen and should never drink in front of me ever again. Which is also how I feel about matcha tea. I don't like matcha tea with milk. I just like matcha on its own. But at that point, it kind of feels like black tea is the coffee of tea. You know what I mean? Like if I'm gonna be drinking it anyway, might as well just go the authentic route and get my caffeine straight from the bean. Although I do like my coffee like really, really bitter. I think that it's actually, if you aren't me and if I served you a cup of what I usually drink, you would not enjoy it. I have served my coffee milk and just like tea and coffee in general to my family, and none of them have liked it. And I've even gone so far as to be like, I feel like this could be more bitter. I feel like I could do this but stronger. I am lucky that the caffeine that I drink doesn't really affect me too much. As in like it doesn't make my heart shake or whatever. I don't even drink coffee at all, so probably. I don't, like, some people think it's like, oh, you have a coffee addiction. Like, no, I don't drink it for the caffeine. I drink it because it's yummy. And caffeine actually makes me really sleepy. So I will be drinking my coffee milk usually at night because I just get that side effect instead of the other. Make my spine shiver at the first sip. If you're not like recoiling at your coffee, even just a little bit, I feel like it's not like flavored enough. I just burped a little bit, sorry. In my motherland, we would have fried bananas. Fried bananas, like plantains, are so yummy. Add them with some jackfruit. Oh, that stuff is so good. And beans and eggs for breakfast. It sounds like an odd mix, but it pairs with the fried bananas. Also makes a nice dessert. What? You say beans. What kind of beans? I will try it. I've restocked my fridge and my kitchen since I came back from my trip. So now I feel like I have all of those ingredients I can make something out of. I'm always talking about food. Wow. I should get some snacks here in my desktop, but I have my giant iPad that I was like working on for 2.0 stuff. So I always get a little bit distracted. Black beans with sour cream, but like a Mexican sour cream. Okay. I'll have to try it out. I'm taking a screenshot so I can remember. Okay, here we go. I would hope you restocked your kitchen. That's actually what I did yesterday. If anyone saw me at offkai and you're like, wow, she walks weird. I unfortunately hurt my hip on Thursday night. So during the entire convention, I was like limping a little bit. I called it my hobble because I was hobbling like a little grandma. I don't walk like that normally. I swear I'm a normal person. But it got worse So it kept getting worse until Sunday morning. So and then it got better. So I did hurt my hip, and then I was just like walking on it for a long time. The biggest thing I can comment on is your height. I'm not even that short. I'm not even that short. I got extra bonus points because I did hit a kid during my combo, and then when I flipped forward and I succeeded on my third spin, making that a 540. Is that correct? Is it 543 spins, or is that just 2? 2.5, maybe 2.5. You can hold on to me as you walk. I had a rolly cart, my little trolley, that I was carrying with me throughout the convention. So even though I didn't need to bring a bag with me, I did carry it just so I could have something to lean on while I was walking. Only 1.5 spins. Well, I tricked the algorithm and it gave me 3 points. So something's wrong with your combo kickflip grinds. Tuna's old age is getting to her. I'm glad your hip is better at least. I'm going to blame the beds in California. I don't know why every bed in every hotel ever has like really soft mattresses. I would rather, like, I had an easier time sleeping on an air mattress on the floor than I did sleeping on soft mattresses. Tuna Baba! I am not a Baba! I am only 64. I have 4 grandchildren. Oh. Does that make me a Baba? Oba. Can you guys call me Oba-san? I really like being, I want to be an Oba. Because I go for comfort, lol. Because I go for comfort versus hard. I just think hard mattresses are better. You are Oji-san! If you are Oji-san and I am Oba-san, what's everybody else doing here? Yeah, I have grandchildren. This is how you find out. I have 4 of them. I don't know how many children I have yet. I got 0 children, 4 grandchildren. Riddle me that. Figure that out. But I just think soft beds like ruin your sleep. I don't know. Maybe I was just really picky, but I want my bed to feel like a floor, you know? Teleportation, that's how. Because if you atomize my atoms and destroy me in this location and then you rebuild me over here, then that original tuna could have had multiple children. But unfortunately, current tuna that teleported does not have that luxury. Translate.google.com. Real URL. You can trust me. Auntie! I don't want to be an auntie! I want to be a grandmother. Oba. 1 tuna clone for me, please. Well, you can't have clones. I get destroyed during my teleportation sequence. Before I follow, do you lock us in a basement? Not a basement. I feel like I will give you guys... Are you guys caged? I feel like if you guys were chickens, I would... Would you guys be caged-free chickens? Now I gotta think about it. How would I store you guys? I would give you guys each a console. I would give you guys each a choice of N64, GameCube, PS2. I don't want to throw in the Sega because the Dreamcast has chickens. Yeah, chickens. Thank you for the follow, Ender. Am I succeeding? Am I succeeding in luring you into my... Is it really a torture basement if you guys have games? Okay, you got games, okay? Can I have a tuna Android instead? You think I would make for a great Android? I would never, like, my battery would drain so fast because the speakers would just go on forever. Like, there's no way to turn it off. Jigsaw maxing over here. You have to imagine that I'm a super rich and very handsome billionaire, okay? And if I could keep you guys in my giant basement, which is gonna be the size of, I'll say Texas. I'll give you guys a free reign over Texas, and then you guys get a console. Console, but no games? No, I'll give you guys games. Oh, no. The games are going to be in a shared library, so you all have to be friends with each other. I'm not going to give you guys games. A GameCube and a PSO, and I'll be locked in that TV forever. I'll feed you guys, I promise. Super rich and handsome. Wait, which one's that? Which one's the lying part? The handsome or the rich? Oh no. Yeah, you guys have to be friends. You guys have to be friends with each other. A Switch 2. You think I have Switch 2 money, Ender? You think I can afford a Switch 2? My own island. I feel like an island is really hard to manage. How do I get you guys food? I need you guys on the mainland so I can drive to like the nearest Kroger or something. And then if I had to boat ride to our grocery store, I think we would all just die. I don't think I could. Oh, maybe I can get you guys to go on the trips. I feel like I'm playing... What's that game? What's that game? Resource management game. Buying Texas put her on a budget for a Switch too. You'll never find the files. I keep them locked up. Very, very secret. Very, very good at keeping secrets. I feel like I can buy Texas for like at least $2. If we all collectively put our money in together, what is the GDP of Texas? GDP of Texas. Okay. $3 trillion. Do we all have $3 trillion like shared between us? I will neither confirm nor deny those accusations. That's right. I'm PR trained. Okay, what's the next poorest state? Well, there's Alaska, but I don't really want us to live in Alaska. Oh my gosh, some of these places are like really rich. What? Surely TYU'NA can already pay for that. I actually am the world's first trillionaire. This is how you find out I'm actually the man himself, Elon Musk. Elon Musk is the PoE master, by the way. That's how you know it's really me. Okay, so we can buy Wyoming. It's the okay, no, that's not the cheapest. We have Vermont. Do you guys want to live in Vermont? What's up in Vermont? Sheep. We got sheep up in Vermont. And like, not sure. Canada. I think you're at Canada up there. You can have oil drilling if you're in Alaska. I don't want to oil drill. That's like bad for the environment. And also, if we oil drill like too much, then wouldn't the land like melt away? And then the icebergs float away? We'd lose half of our land mass. Farmers using too many big words. Machiavellian. Who's Machiavellian? Their maple syrup is better than Canada's? Is it really? Is it now? I wanna go up to Vermont because I really want my own sheep. I want my own pet sheep and I want an alpaca. I feel like I do good things with an alpaca. Haven't decided what yet, but I feel like I could like. Washington DC is richer than like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 states. Washington DC has a greater GDP than 7 states in the US. I don't know if that's, well, I'm just surprised. Well, yeah, but also DC is like 4 square feet. You know how big that city is? It's got like nothing. Well, it's got like 4 buildings. You can't see me, but I'm doing Rokunana. If I were a shark, I'd be full on for more gas so the oceans flood places and I can swim in more places. But then the ocean gets dirty. The ocean gets really dirty and icky and sticky. And I don't want that. I feel like my Remy's deserve better than gross oceans. Oh wait, we can just take the oceans. Oh, but then our consoles would have to be connected to power. No, there's power cables in the bottom of the ocean. Imagine going live, I need to go to bed. I'm going to end soon because I am getting a little hungry. Hello, Zerafi! Welcome back. We were just yapping about GDPs and national, wait. We're trying to buy a state, seeing which one we can afford. Thank you for the resub! We have 7 months together! Thank you! I appreciate it so much, Zerafi. I hope you're having a good week so far. But have a good night if you. It really was all that food talk. Oh yeah, I was like in and out for the last 4 weeks. I was like in the home stretch during offkai prep, and I have a little bit of regret. I think one in that I didn't do enough to prep for offkai, and two in that I did too much. It's like a weird feeling to have. Hello, beautiful woman. Hello, Thunderhoof. Hello, hello. Says I'm substituting for the department head. It's all, oh gosh, work stuff gets really, yeah. Also things like you might not have signed up for, and if you're just substituting temporarily, I'm going to assume there's no pay increase for the extra responsibilities. But good night, Seraphy. I hope you rest well. In my very sad doomer feelings about offkai, I do regret not being like a bigger VTuber. It's like a weird feeling to have because I'm very thankful that I got to go anyways, and I had people that recognized me, had people that wanted to visit me and wanted to say hi to me. Like, I'm very happy in that regard, but VTubing just feels so much more overwhelming. Like, overwhelmingly huge. Like, there's so many great content creators out there that I realistically will never watch. And unprepared but stretched. Yes, yeah, like I just didn't have, I don't know. I felt, okay. I swear I'm not sad and I'm not giving up because but I did feel like a drop in the bucket in the grand scheme of VTubing, and it's a little sad to say that because I'm very thankful for like everyone that's here and likes me. And I don't want you guys to feel like you're not doing enough, but like there were so many people there that I felt so small, you know, like there's just so much better so much better VTubers that I get a little sad thinking about, like, is TYU'NA doing okay? You're not doing enough. No, don't feel that way, Ame. You will have your day, TYU'NA. You're already currently working towards right now, and you don't need to be a huge content creator, and that means a lot. Like, I know I have people that I can like rely on and trust, and like, I don't know, I love my community a lot. I really do, and I'm very appreciative of anyone who has even stopped by for like 1 minute to say hi to me, or even like clicked in to send me like a hate message or whatever. Like, thanks for at least checking me out. But it is like a weird feeling of like, wow, what have I been doing the last 2 years? I'm glad that you're around, and thank you, Raccoon. I'm also very glad that I've stuck around for this long. There are a lot of my friends also have announced or have debated graduating before, and I don't think the end of TYU'NA is anytime near. There's always bigger fish. I don't think you should be sad about not being bigger, but proud of having made such a great community. I feel like I've attracted good people near me, and I'm happy to have the people that I have near, like, here right now, you know? So I don't want this to feel like I'm sounding ungrateful at all, because I am very much the opposite of that. If you applied, hopefully you get in. Hit stop by for a future meet and greet. I wanna do that. I wanna be someone that people recognize, and it'd be kind of nice to branch out more, which is why advertising felt so weird to me, because I felt like I was talking to people that I don't deserve. Which is a really icky feeling to have when you're trying to network with people. Thank you, CEO. Thank you. But I don't want to end it on a sappy note. To end the ramble on something much happier. I cosplayed as one of my OCs, Kara Wilderwood, for offkai, and I got recognized, which means I did a pretty good job. I sent her a picture of my costume to her community, and I was like, heck yeah. I got her to react to it, and I felt very happy. No, I'm ending the ramble. I'm ending the ramble because somebody on here pointed out my tummy rumbled. So now I'm scared. Now I'm scared. You're gonna hear the next one and the next one. You're genuine. I think your genuine helps attract a good community. I like to think that I'm very friendly and I like to foster something like that. I wish that I had more time and more like hands to play games with everyone offline. I know that I tend to be socially distant when I'm not on stream, and a lot of that just boils down to I get really overwhelmed and I have a separation thing in my head where when I'm on my computer I'm TYU'NA, but when I'm in my like anywhere else, like TYU'NA does not exist. Maybe it's a compartmentalizing thing. So that is my reasoning. Knowing you at any student in 30 minutes, but actually maybe true. But my ads will be starting in like 11 minutes. So I don't wanna introduce Twitch ads to my Twitch remis because of my rambling. You're just introducing yourself. As long as you're not overdoing it, there's nothing wrong with it. With VTubers, when you introduce yourself, you usually hand out like a business card. And to me, the business card makes it feel a little more transactional of like, yeah, I'm TYU'NA, but I'm also TYU'NA VTuber, you know? Like it feels a little, maybe disingenuine might be the right word here. But I want to introduce myself as TYU'NA the person and not TYU'NA the content creator because I feel like I'm pretty friendly and I want you guys to feel that way. Put TYU'NA back into her cage after stream. Yeah, make sure if I never leave this spot, you will just get 24/7 TYU'NA. Subathon. Thinking. I think I'd actually have a really hard time doing a subathon because I could never like eat. How would I eat if I never leave my computer? Good night, Zerafi. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Thank you for stopping by and spending your Thursday with me. I hope you have a good night's rest. Let's see, what else is there? What else can I ramble on about for the last 10 minutes? Great stream, I had a blast from start to finish, just catching up. Thank you! It's really nice just rambling on about like what's on my mind today. I missed my remis. I haven't streamed in 2 weeks almost, so it feels nice to be back. If I have any pictures, I'll send them in the Discord. I didn't want to share them on stream because I have a harder time censoring things on here. So if you want to see any pictures, they'll be in the Discord, but otherwise I think I will call it here and get some food in me. Have a great day. Thank you for stopping by, Kronos. I hope your day ends up a little better as well. What else? I will be back tomorrow for some Super Mario Sunshine, so we'll be back to our normally scheduled games. And then unfortunately Saturday I will be busy celebrating some family birthdays. August is a big one for me, so I might be busy most weekends. TYU'NA withdrawals! I'm back though! I'm back! Please don't miss me for too long! Thank you for hanging out with me today! I'm gonna see if I can end before I keep finding things to talk about. Let's see. That should be. Why are my credits not playing? Oh, I messed up my credits. I messed up the credits. It's okay. You guys are gonna get the scuffed version anyway. Thank you! I will be back on Friday for some Super Mario Sunshine, and if I don't catch you guys then, I will be a full week of TYU'NA next Tuesday. I think I'll just end it here. Let's see. Okay, no 2.0 stuff in the background. That should be fine. Okay. Yeah, okay, TLDR, offkai was fun. I don't know if I'll be going to the one next year because it's 9 months from now and that's not a lot of time to prepare. But if I don't go to offkai, I am kind of considering Dokumi. But we'll see if I can afford that trip when I get there. Until then, I will see you guys tomorrow. Good night! I'm hungry. Can you tell I'm hungry?